We're ready. Let's go.
All right. Wait, what?
Mm-hmm. Started. You start the show.
What's up, fool? What's up, fool podcast? Welcome, everybody, to the What's Up, Fool podcast. We got Rodrigo Torres right here, co-host of the year of the 909. What's up,
951. Bienvenidos.
They changed it, huh?
Yeah, they changed it
Because of the show.
the OC.
The OC. They didn't want to represent.
Some fool showed up to the party at the OC, and then
and they're all made fun of the night.
They took a gun out, and then a girl's like, "Oh, they must be from the 909."
We got Tom Petty in the house.
Shut up.
Lisa's
giving you that
Throwing
idea.
those elbows, huh?
Andy Steinberg right here.
AKA.
Me, Andy Steinberg, I'm with Aries on the Jew and the Jerk.
Oh, you guys are
It's a
doing
new
a podcast?
podcast, right?
Yeah, man.
Fuck yeah. Aries Spears, fool.
Yeah, man.
Mad TV.
The man, the myth, the legend.
He really came on in Jerry Maguire, bro. Like,
Yeah.
motherfucker who he knows. I was in it,
That's an extra.
Oh,
You
my
fast
God.
forwarded spot.
You
Yeah,
know when
our podcast is still in the infancy stage. We're not even 2 years old. We're almost 2 years old.
How many
That's
episodes
not
you guys got
infancy.
going?
87.
87.
That's a lot.
Really? That's good,
That's
dude.
not infancy
Really?
anymore.
Yeah,
Yes.
you guys are fucking blowing
You're-
it
you're
up
on
for
your
2
way,
years,
yeah.
87.
13
Yeah.
more, you do the 100 podcast live.
Yeah.
We got to celebrate, I guess.
Yeah.
Do it live.
So that's the Jew and the Jerk, Spears and Steinberg, a.k.a. the Jew and the Jerk.
How'd you guys meet?
You know what, man? I was, he was showing up to a lot of the comedy clubs that I was
Cheerleading.
doing in the California
Cheerleading.
area.
I hear
Brea,
the east side of this shit.
Yeah, Brea, Ontario, Irvine, and
I know technology.
you kept going
Hell
up. And, one thing led to another. We started talking, and I let him in. I initiated
Let
him.
him in.
Yeah.
It's funny though because like there's a lot of hangers on all the time trying to little flies on
So
the
many
wall.
shit, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that don't know shit ain't gonna benefit you anything. And
Right.
finally somebody cracked your little
I had jokes.
your your dungeon.
Yeah,
I was hanging around with a hang around Joe Barone, bro. He lived in Inglewood. And we're in his
Shout
house.
out, dog.
He was go to my pad. He go to my pad. So I went to his pad, and he lived like in a garage back house of someone's house. And we're there, man, just eating like a quesadilla and hitting small bowls, and a drive-by shooting right outside.
You smoke?
Weed,
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta fuck with
There
you.
was a drive-by shooting right outside, bro. And I remember I recorded here talking about it. What happened, bro? Bro, it was douche. People in the hood always know how to describe exactly the sound of the bullets.
Perfect sound effects.
It's part of the ambiance,
Motherfucker
baby.
had a silencer.
Yeah. Uzi is good morning, baby.
So somebody always knows how to describe it, but he never tells that story to the cops. Like the cops.
Well,
what did you see?
stitches
Hey.
is stitches. Is that what
Hell
they
no.
I didn't see
Stitches.
I didn't see nothing. But he
Stitches
said-
get stitches. You know they can't talk to the popo.
Get lumped up.
But
Yeah.
in front of the neighborhood, he fucking doing. He has hand puppets.
Reenactments.
Oh.
He has an audience.
Growing up, that you have weird people growing up like characters. I didn't know you started comedy so very young,
Yeah, bro.
bro. I saw a video of you from down like somebody been busting out the old Def Jams, bro,
Well,
on TV, not paying nobody.
No, it
They
was
bought
on
'em.
I bought the collection of Def Jam's
16.
greatest hits.
Yeah, man.
So that means you started comedy at 14 to
Yeah.
get that good.
Well, I don't know how good I was, but
That was
I
good.
I knew what I knew at that
Def Jam.
time.
But that was
Did a dice band
bro, that
impression.
set was the starter pack for anybody gonna do sounds.
Well, I was on my little Eddie Murphy shit. You saw I had my leather gloves, and
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna wear all leather suit. That would have made it too obvious. So I stuck with the all denim, and then I just kind of tricked out with the leather gloves a little bit. Yeah, so that was going through my Eddie Murphy phase.
Was that Eddie Murphy and Dice?
More
Mo?
Eddie.
You were
more
the first
Eddie.
one to do dice, huh?
Yeah. And you know what? It's funny because the guy who does them to perfection.
Right here, bro.
Yeah, I would love to hear it.
Yeah.
Right with shithead with Steinberg. Right.
That was Dice on a stroke, nigga.
I got Dice story for your ass, dog.
Anthony from Opening Anthony does an amazing Andrew Dice.
Oh, really?
play. Yeah.
How about Dante? Remember Dante?
He used to do Andrew Nice Clay.
Andrew Nice Clay.
Dante?
Italian Dante.
Yeah.
From BET.
Dante
That
did
was-
some good impressions, man.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
He should do the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
That was his whole.
I like when he
Closer.
did. What was the scientist name from Back to the Future?
Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, he did
he
a good
did
one.
Yeah.
Christopher Lloyd was bananas. Yeah.
How would let to my mouth?
It was that. It was some of that.
was
Yeah.
good, dog.
Marty McFly.
He does a great sound. Sam Triple and shit now. Sam
James-
Gandolfini. No,
James Gandolfini. You don't know anybody's name.
I got no name. I only do Joey Cocodillas, cocksucker.
That's good.
I'm fucking up the names right now.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh my God, this fool.
With
dog.
Joey, all you gonna do is throw a date out there, some crazy ass name you grew up with, and then like where you were at.
Joey actually did Mad TV, man. He played Pussy Bompensero on the Mad
Okay.
TV sketch we did for The Sopranos on the Pax Network. Yeah. So yeah, he actually came through a couple times, man.
Hell
Cool
yeah.
dude, man. Is this supposed to be this quiet?
It's an awkward
I
pause.
told you were gonna ask something, but you're standing like this.
I was waiting on Andy.
I didn't have anything.
So you started when you were 16 years old?
Yes,
What was
14.
that? 14. What was that like? Because you're like a young kid, man, seeing big shots, bro.
You know what, man? I came up with a lot of the dudes in the Jersey, New York area. Bill Bellamy, Hamburger Jones, and a lot of
Hamburger.
Hamburger, and a lot of motherfuckers that didn't. Everybody didn't graduate.
Norm
from
Macdonald's
that
favorite
squad.
comedian.
Is it really?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, Hamburger.
I would never have known that.
Yeah, man. I saw it somewhere. It was very comedian with Hamburger.
Yeah. I never would have known that. But yeah, we all came up together, man. And me and Bill was kind of the only dudes from the Jersey, New York area to kind of move on, so to speak. So yeah, man, it's surreal because you look back at those old Def Jams and you could see everybody's newness.
Yeah.
Like we had some of those tics, of nervousness. Like Bill would say 100 times, "Yo, that's crazy, right?" As he would do his set, he would just say every couple of words, "Yo, that's crazy, right?" And we all had our little things. And now when you look back at it from then till now, it's like we all kind of like jazz musicians now. We just kind of flow now. It's not so much that nervous energy. You know what I mean? So
Who was on your show the first time you went up on Def Jam?
Ellen Cleghorn,
She's
Arnaz
funny.
J, myself, and I can't remember the last dude's name.
You better get on board. Artist J, remember? Ellen
Arnaz J.
Cleghorn
Arnaz J.
from
Ellen
SNL.
Cleghorn
Yeah.
passed away. She
Yeah.
passed away a while ago.
No.
Yeah.
She did?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
From what?
I don't know. It was very sad.
Oh, wow.
Sound made up.
Because I liked her on the SNL and she disappeared.
Wow.
I thought she.
R.I.P.
I thought she passed away. I may be wrong.
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
I
No,
hope you're
no,
wrong.
I'm thinking of Denitra Vance, who was on SNL for only one season before Ellen Cleghorn.
Yeah, I was like,
on.
damn, I know I'd have heard
No,
about
no, I'm
Ellen.
sorry. I'm sorry, I'm wrong.
Damn,
Well, I wonder if she's taking a deep breath right now, going, "Oh,
you got the wrong dead niggas with you.
No, I was sorry. I was thinking of
Nah,
Denitra.
it was Tim Conway, Doris Day. Everybody's coming out like, yeah, man, I remember Tim Conway. Like, I don't remember Tim Conway.
Did he pass away?
Yeah.
Yes, yesterday, I think.
Same as Doris Day.
Yeah.
I thought she'd been gone.
Me
I
too,
did too.
man.
I
What
thought
the
she was
fuck?
gone.
In
for a
Hollywood,
while.
she was been dead a long time ago.
After life for that Social Security check.
Oh my God.
So she wanted no funeral, no flowers, no nothing, bro. She just wanted nothing, bro.
She left her money all to animal projects, animal charities.
Me,
Right?
man, I want to be I want no celebration either, just ashes. And I want everybody to grab ashes and just throw it in people's faces like that.
Can I roll yours up and smoke them?
Hell yeah.
I want to see what Felipe tastes like going down.
A lot of
Come out right.
scrape.
That didn't come out
that
right.
didn't come out at
That
all."
didn't come out right.
You don't want that big ass casket and everybody holding it?
Yeah, man. Hell no casket, bro. Have you seen that video, man? Of that
Which one?
they buried a Puerto Rican guy in Puerto Rico, but his wake, he was standing up. Look, that's how they did in the old cowboy days,
Oh,
man.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
when
yeah.
they were
They
like,
used to lean them up just a
they
little
would
bit.
just lean them standing up.
But those were varmints, right?
Or bad, what was that?
Bad people.
No, everybody, right?
Everybody?
Like, I guess when they had a wake, it
They
was
would have a wake to make sure the person was really dead.
Because they'll just show like these fools
it was
fucked up
not
in the
laying-
town.
They were not laying down though; they were standing up, right?
Yeah.
So at his
Sometimes.
funeral, this Puerto Rican guy was just standing up, bro, like this, and his homies are passing by. No joke, bro. They giving him fist bumps.
Yeah, but they had sunglasses on that fool and
Yeah.
little crisp fitted, all that shit.
I want to ask both of y'all some.
What up, dog?
Some Hispanic questions.
Diga notes.
Somebody recently
Dígale.
asked us on our podcast, who's the funniest Latin comedian do you think? And listen, we're not pleased. We're the camera. Nobody's
Right there.
asked
Like trying
us
to
and-
judge
You know what I
anybody,
mean?
all that
I
bullshit.
just, but
We got some teachers right here. Gonna go run and tell, bro.
he said you.
All right.
I said you and Nick Guerra.
Yeah. So I want to ask you.
Who's Nick Guerra?
That's so weird.
I don't know if that was a ding.
It was.
Oh, it was.
Ding, ding.
I know who that is.
In your
He
opinion,
got choked by Willie Barcena.
Yeah.
but in your opinion,
Yeah, you
Get in
did.
the face
and you
with
can
skull,
count
though, bro.
yourself. Who's the nicest?
The nicest Latino or nicest comedian?
Nice Latino comedian. Who would you say is just
You mean who's
sick?
famous?
No, just
or
just
like well known.
skill-wise.
I would
Just
say Paul
skill-wise.
Rodriguez.
Skill wise.
Skill-wise
Rodriguez.
can rip a room.
Paul Rodriguez.
Dude, Paul Rodriguez at one time in Hawaii was fucking on fire.
That was last year, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, but
Where would you
He was
where would you
fun.
where would you put
Controversy now.
yourself in that list?
I think this fool's gathered up with those fools.
I've been. They used to be a top 50 Latino comedians, and I remember I was 39, bro.
You were
Who
right
made
before
this
the
list?
last.
I don't
Joey
know.
Medina.
No, but the top
made
10
that
at the
list.
time was Paul Rodriguez, George Lopez, Carlos Mencia, Paulo Francisco. I don't know who else, bro.
There was Carlos Mencia.
and then there was
switched when he got a
Taylor
show.
Negron and Greg Giraldo.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people, a bunch of Culture Clash, and then a bunch of other people. And then blah, 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 blah. And then in the bottom I was 49 actually.
You were like
time.
one from the end.
49.
And only one person came up with that
That was
list?
like 1999,
I think-
bro.
Nobody, nobody makes these lists anymore.
Yeah.
Cool.
And-
You make
and
that
there's
list like that,
no-
people will start fighting.
And there's
Yeah,
barely
yeah.
any Latinos on the top 10 comedians you should watch anymore. Like Marcella shows up every once in a while.
Yeah.
Well,
Marcella
here's
shows
my
up.
second question. When that whole
Paulo Francisco, I would say the funniest. Yo, he makes me laugh.
Dude, that motherfucker rip a room apart. Dog.
a world,
One man.
Still, you think?
city.
Still?
I think when he's not like whatever's happening with him, but when he's on, he's fucking on.
He
still,
still can
I seen
kill.
him
And
destroy
look,
probably
I've seen
2 years ago.
the audience who's seen the same act 6 times still laugh.
They don't give a
I
fuck.
can't
They're like
watch
going
it.
like they're fucking drunk
They
going.
can't
like,
even wait, dude.
Um,
Because I've heard people talk shit about that, but you know, whatever, dude.
I
But I
see-
fucking seen that fool rip it up, dude.
I seen
Less than a year ago.
I seen Paul Rodriguez working, bro. We did a show and it ended up being in the daytime. We didn't know. And it ended up being outside, bro, at this big old music fair. War was late.
all the acts
Tierra,
were
Malo,
late,
all
yeah.
these Latino lowrider acts. And then Paul Rodriguez goes up first, and I'm like, ee, watching him. Man, that fool just took the microphone and he started walking around the audience, bro.
You know what?
And finished. He did 25 minutes. His 25 minutes. Instead of like being on stage complaining, bro, he just started walking around the audience like fucking Oprah, bro. Started asking questions. Saw his time. Got off the fucking stage. See you good night, eh?
Work that
Why
shit
don't you
like
go
a
look for a hot
when
ass
that
45-year-old?
when that Carlos Mencia shit went down, did you feel a certain kind of way?
I felt like ashamed, man, that I never got my joke stolen from him. Like, who am I? Do I suck?
And what are you looking
We're
for?
too
from what kind of
young.
way?
We're
No,
like,
I mean, I'm just,
I feel
just,
like
just in a sense, like, you know, the whole thing about him not really being Mexican, and
I feel
did you
at
kinda
the
feel
time
it
I was like a young
fraud
comic.
type of thing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, did you still see him as, yo, this is a bad motherfucking comedian, or did your view change?
Oh, I saw that fool perform.
because he was a ripper, like he rips
yeah.
rooms.
It
dude.
he
didn't
was
change
tearing
on
it
me.
up,
It didn't
bro.
change on
Because
him?
there's a lot of motherfuckers that steal too, and they don't get called out, dog. And people say all that bad shit about him.
Right.
But I mean, there's motherfuckers that were doing it on TV shows, and they don't fucking get blasted by
Right.
the guy that blasted on them.
Right.
There's a lot of fucking, two-sword shit on it.
Right,
and
right,
people
right.
talk shit, oh, he's a Honduran or whatever the fuck. But dude, he grew up in the Maravilla Projects. He was raised by a Mexican mom, and he was representing for Mexicans. Whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, I still got mad respect for him. I don't give a fuck what
I seen him
anybody
rip
says.
2.5 hours before, just like with nothing, just having a good time, having fun, not just being him.
But it's cool to say, oh, he's a thief, and everybody gets
Right.
in those circles, and
Right.
rah rah rah.
still around.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
He's still selling out 2 weekends of fucking.
You know,
shows,
it's
you
funny.
know?
I always tell people, man, like, you know, every comic has a congregation. And even when you said people that go see Pablo and they've seen it 6 times, how many times you seen your favorite movie? How many times a
Right,
motherfucker
right.
seen
Yeah, the Big
Scarface?
Lebowski.
And
Yeah.
one thing I felt about Carlos though was his openers didn't have his back, dog, and then like threw him under the bus after all that bullshit happened.
Right.
And I've heard fucking motherfuckers talking shit about like his openers stole jokes from other motherfuckers and gave them to him, and he was
Right.
the actual thief. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that happens too.
Or his
Right.
writers on
Yeah,
the TV
exactly.
show, which happens a lot of TV
Yeah.
shows. When you're in the room and you need to come up with a joke as a staff writer, you'll pull from anybody's
fuck
sets.
yeah.
Do you
know?
think? In terms of cultures, what's harder, white crowds or Latino crowds?
Fuck, I would.
And the only reason why I ask that is because I think Latinos and blacks are so similar in the way we respond to humor sometimes. So that's why I'm asking you that, because I have an answer for that from my side of things.
I think it's the Latino crowd.
Latino crowd,
when you don't
eh?
get them because they're quiet, dog. They're not gonna heckle you like brothers
Well,
do.
then that's like white crowds. They
You know
don't
what I mean?
really.
But white crowds is different. You can like fucking at least fucking thall give you a pat on the back, like you know what I mean.
Like white crowd will chuckle, and then at the end of the show, you killed it.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
Like it's
Like,
like,
they don't even laugh hard, but they're like chuckling. Ha!
Right.
You
laughing,
were the
watching.
best- you were the
getting
best
your ass
one.
kicked.
When you say Latino crowds are quiet, what do you mean?
They don't heckle you. Like, they're just waiting for you to keep fucking up.
Latinos only heckle you after they know who you're famous.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not gonna talk shit.
I was gonna say,
If you're
a lot
fucking
of them
famous
talk,
and they
they're
love
all
you,
set.
and they'll talk to your whole show
They
once
won't
you're
shut up,
famous and
yeah.
once they love you.
Yeah.
But
They
if
wanna
you're
have that back and
if
forth.
you're unknown, they will challenge your ass.
They don't even give a fuck.
And they'll heckle you back. Like I used to do a I used to do a show in Montebello, California. It was a Latino Mexican crowd always, and as I got better as a comedian, that audience got better at heckling.
Oh hell yeah!
So once I had a 25-minute set, these guys were fucking good, yelling out good fucking heckles.
And that was a paid crowd.
yeah, they were paying $5 to get in.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was
We had
fucking free shows.
We had a line around the block.
Fuck
I
yeah,
saw
dude.
careers end up there, bro. But how about
Your alarm's
Oh shit,
going
my
off.
alarm!
And what's your
I
answer
tried
to
out my
that?
house.
Aries?
I always say, I notice white crowds applaud effort. Like if a comic come up and don't really say nothing funny, but he put a lot of energy in the joke, or he goes on a profanity-filled rant, white people simultaneously go, woo! And I go, niggas don't give a fuck about effort. First of all, we mad we paid to get in this motherfucker. Then you forced us to buy 2 drinks. Niggas want results. We treat jokes like a buffet. Next joke, motherfucker. You don't build no points, man. You know, and I kind of felt like Latino crowds might be the same way.
That's true. Like, you're just as good as your last joke was.
Right.
Yeah. I think that's true when you're up there sometimes.
The only time I've
It's
ever
like,
played a majority heavy Latin crowd is I forget what radio station used to do it, but they used to do the big festival
Up north?
San Jose outside.
Shoreline.
Yeah, and
Wild
some of them
94.9.
Wild night.
Latinos in there be wild as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You tell these niggas got felonies, so you like and they'll let you know.
You did
So-
a big show there with Chappelle, right? In Shoreline.
No. I did the Garden with Tracy Morgan. In New York. I think a
No,
year or two ago.
you were on that
Did
show.
that right?
You were on that show too.
In New York?
Yeah.
With me, Bill Bellamy.
And Dean Edwards and
Okay.
yeah.
That's right, that
And then
was.
not Dean Edwards, it was D-Ray.
Tracy Morgan was hosting.
yeah.
was hosting.
Yeah. You was there?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I went up. I
think
went
we
up.
saw
I
him
went after the
backstage.
guy with the hat.
Oh, I don't
They want
know
to talk
his
about
name.
being attacked by a monkey.
Ricky?
No,
Oh.
young comic. You know,
I
he's,
don't
he's an old comic. But I followed a black girl, Roxy.
I don't know.
She had a big afro.
I don't know.
Okay then.
I like
No
when they look at
remember.
you
Dominique?
and watch you have
Dominique.
all those
Dominique.
answers.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I have to have all the answers.
That was cool because after that show, I got to tour with Mike Epps for the whole year.
No, you just did like 4 months.
Well, I felt like the whole year.
What's this relationship?
With my wife.
Oh, shit.
But it wasn't like,
Manager
it wasn't like back to 4 months in a row.
It was 4 months in a row. It
I didn't know
was,
that.
yeah. It was like January to April.
So you tell my stories then.
No, I'm
gonna
just saying. It wasn't a year.
It felt like a year.
It felt like 9 months, cocksucker.
Here's my last
trench.
question, because I'm curious about Latin life.
Go for it, boy.
How come Latin women wear prom dresses to the laundromat?
Because those
do
are
their laundry.
Because those are like immigrants.
Well, you had your joke.
'Cause I have a joke that they're my immigrants, you know, because we were poor. We didn't know, man. We didn't know styles, you know. Because my father would, our Latino dads don't plan shit like, hey, we're going to go to the zoo, wear this. So we come out of church, and all of a sudden, man, my mom wearing fucking wedges at Disneyland and shit. So it's just a surprise attack. You know, like we'd be having a wedding, bro, and after the wedding, my dad decided to take us to fucking Magic Mountain and shit. So we look like fucking the proms at the fucking Magic Mountain. But that's basically what it is, man. We don't.
And because I'm from New York, so I grew up in Manhattan, and then coming out to L.A., I didn't know that. How come Puerto Ricans and Mexicans beef so much?
Well, first
They
of all,
hate each other. I hate each other.
They-
about
they-
hate.
No, it's a hatred, dude.
we don't. There ain't enough.
That's like Trinidad de la Hoya. There was a hatred there.
Yeah,
That-
but there isn't
that's more
enough.
like boxing,
there isn't
but-
enough Puerto Ricans in LA to hate them that much.
Yeah.
We got enough. We replaced them with Salvadorians.
Yeah, the only hate I've seen is when Puerto Ricans play Mexicans in movies. You know what I mean? Just
But could
talk-
you tell the difference?
Yeah,
Hell
you
yeah.
can. Hell yeah.
Okay, that's coming from my
I mean,
ignorant
look at
view of
look at
just-
Selena. That was J Lo. You know, fucking
Oh,
homeboy's
okay.
brother in La Bamba is fucking what's his name?
Richie Lou Diamond Phillips.
No, the Lou Diamond Phillips. What's his
You mean
name?
Isai?
Yeah, Isai Morales.
Isai,
He's a
Puerto
Rican.
Rican.
dude.
'Cause
But
every
then-
time
and
I
then
go-
Lou Diamond
He's a good
Phillips is
actor, though.
Filipino.
Yeah, Filipino and Filipino.
But nobody
Yeah.
got as mad at him for playing a Mexican
No.
guy as they did at J-Lo for playing a Mexican.
Right.
Because all I ever hear is it's almost like Puerto Ricans look down on Mexicans. For
They
some
may
reason.
try, but it's like, give me a break, dog.
Okay.
Maybe
Fuck outta
maybe
here.
because they're
I'm so
Americans
Latin,
Yeah.
baby.
almost.
Hey, we have
Latin.
electricity, bro. So
But
That shit don't
I
come
think
out.
those are older cultural norms too.
Really?
Though. They're not like fucking like newer generations don't carry on all that bullshit. But I mean,
Okay.
everybody once you're Spanish speaking, you can hate on anybody. I mean,
Right.
it's fucking human nature. I mean,
Right.
that's what I believe.
Got you.
Yeah, man. Like
no agenda.
It just depends like what generation. Like my dad's generation will be, oh man, those are Caribbean Latino. They don't even count.
Oh, God, it's amazing to find out. Even though you're the same, you're not the same, but
Bro, let
you're
me tell
enough.
you,
You're enough of the same. Why you beefing?
My special on HBO talks about that. Say like about when there's no white people in the room and no black people in the room. Shit, Mexican will start being racist against other Mexicans.
Right.
It's just all about class, right?
But
Big guy.
in the end, it's about class. Don't go. It's about class here.
But
But you're
there's-
gonna
there's-
fucking shove it with that shit.
And there's colorism too within your own
Lot of
family. Just
colorism
like
in
in
Latino,
black,
man.
Just like
A
in
lot.
black families, if you have a darker brother or cousin, they get made fun of. If you have a darker brother or cousin, they get made fun of. It's the same.
My youngest son and daughter mother is Puerto Rican, and so my best friend,
your son Samoan.
his ex wifey was Puerto Rican, so he go, Puerto Rican white women are crazy. That stereotype, they crazy. So is that a Latin thing with women across the board?
Some
Or is
other
that
bullshit
just-
right there too.
Really?
Yeah.
Mexican women ain't wild and crazy.
I don't think all of them are. I think it's how you grew up, how you are, how your
Depends
parents
what
are.
crazy woman you meet,
It's
though.
that too, though.
Okay.
I mean, what's crazy? She threw a knife at you, or
Well,
she stole your shit, went through your
the
phone.
stereotypical shit.
But like,
They'll stab
well,
you.
I know-
There you go,
well,
stereotype.
yeah, the stereotype
Then we
shit,
can go
yeah.
with that.
I think it happened to one person,
Generalism.
and that person better blame all Mexican chicks. Because I know Mauricio, and he lives in Miami, and he's Colombian. He goes, nah, man, I ain't gonna date no fucking Mexican women, man. They're fucking crazy, man. But this fool's an idiot, bro. He fell asleep. He cheated this lady. His chick sliced open a jalapeno and just fucking left and put like cut it in half and put the seed part in his mouth, bro. While he was sleeping, just to burn him.
Well, that beats hot grits.
But see, I think you answered the question right there, though. I think it all depends on what that woman's man has driven her to. You know what I mean?
Any woman, regardless
woman
of race,
who
would
has to
fucking
put
trip
up
the
with
fuck
that.
out.
Yeah. So maybe they're more vocal about it, or they're more passionate about it, or
And
whatever.
even
but
with race too, like Mexicans, they've said like racist or whatever. I think it depends on the degree of where the fuck you are. If you're a Mexican cop, you probably say the N word. If you've been to prison, you probably say the N word. But I don't think all Mexicans are racist against black people or say fuck.
No,
that shit.
not at
You know
all.
what I mean?
Not at all. And listen, as far as I'm concerned, somebody on our
You're a
podcast
dick.
asked us, "Would you have a problem with Latin saying the N word?" Because it's a lot of
Yeah,
them
how do you
do.
feel about that shit? A lot of the younger
Well, it
kids.
depends, right? Like,
Listen.
Brazil, in Brazil, they probably say it all day.
From a poverty standpoint and getting fucked up from the police standpoint, we suffer some of the same
Yeah,
ailments.
that's true.
So I would be quicker to let them say it
Right.
than some white dude who's saying it
Yeah.
because he wants to be down.
But when you get someone who's Hispanic and looks like me and I say it, that's a whole different story.
Well, yeah, because again, you look like you know jewelry, nigga.
Yeah, at the same time, I see if you add that ER element to it or the
Right.
A element to it, it's a little bit more chiller. But I mean, we used to say it as friends, the A part.
Right.
But we was like, motherfucker, please, motherfucker.
I
work
don't.
at
I don't
UPS.
think the A or ER matters.
But
That's
we used to
ridiculous.
say it with
There
each
you
other, and
go.
we
Yeah,
still
matters.
say it. But I'm not
I
going to be
don't
going
think
out there
so.
because
There
it's
you
like
go.
uncouth and not cool.
It shouldn't, but depending
It
on
does.
who's saying it, it
I
does.
know, I know,
does.
but I think the whole
I like saying colors.
well, I think that people,
Colors.
that Latinos who grow up in those communities where there's a
Especially
mixture
like in
of
Sacramento in the Bay Area
right.
Mexicans.
I think there's
Oakland Mexicans.
when there's a mixture in their community,
They
feel
hella
more
say it a
comfortable saying
lot.
it. But I think that they feel they have the right to say it. Although on the East Coast, you see more of what Aries is talking about. Hey, we're all in the same boat here, right? We all deal with the same police issues, societal issues, prejudice, sort of thing. Like there's a spectrum, but we all deal with some of that. So, but on the West Coast, it's different. When you come out here, the prison system has messed with the Mexican community's minds, I think, and because there's so much race cliques within these prisons, the prison system over here, they come out hating the other. More so than on the East Coast. On the East Coast, I mean, you might see it now, but it's not as much hatred over there between black and brown as
Yeah,
there
and
is
I
over
think the
here.
hatred though with them being in jail has a lot to do when they're in jail, and then if you carry
But they
on
bring
that
it out in the
bullshit, yeah.
streets, and they bring it out to their families
But
as well.
that type of racism isn't the type of or using the N word as kids on the street hanging out with together, fucking smoking weed, fucking around,
Right.
fucking doing their shit.
Yeah.
Opposed to some institutionalized racism where it's your fucking survival or you get killed if you don't fucking block your race.
Right.
Now, if you want to say the N word comfortably, you have to go to Mexico, bro. the Tijuana bars. What do you want? 2 hookers and 5 N-words.
Well, there's nobody there to be upset, right? It's just y'all.
Shit, if you're Jewish, fuck it, negotiate.
Negotiate it. I negotiate with myself all the time.
He's 3% Jewish.
1%.
I'm 1%.
A what?
1%, yeah.
So 3.
I'm half and half.
What's up, fool? So, what do you guys talk about what's the podcast theme? Your podcast?
I think it's almost like in the sense of any other podcast where you try to talk about anything and everything, but one thing I don't like is this moisture, this moistness of political correctness we're in now. Well, so I try to be as hence the jerk. I try to keep it as honest and as brutal as I can, man, because I think that people are getting tired of all this political correctness. And it's like the Prohibition era with alcohol.
Fools are madly tapered, dog.
Motherfuckers want to drink, man. You can't tell people what they can and can't say, can and can't feel.
Ever to Ahmed, bro. Somebody called the cops on him after the show.
The next day.
The comedian Ahmed.
Yeah, but what happened?
He has a joke where he
has
says.
lots of terrorism
He has a
jokes.
joke where most of his bits are terrorist jokes, but he has a joke where he says, "Where's all my Middle Eastern at? Where's all my terrorist-looking people at?" Then they say Iraq, Iran, and he goes, "It only takes one to tell a joke," right? And then he did another one about whatever, we should get together or whatever. And this lady after the show and her husband called the police, dog.
For a joke?
Yeah,
For
they
that?
said
A white,
they said,
it had to be a white lady, though.
They was.
Yeah.
They said they were
It
uncomfortable.
was at Off the Hook Comedy Club in Fort Myers.
I got arrested at Comics in New York for smacking a bitch's titty as a joke.
Oh, they loose?
It was funny. It was like 4 black girls sitting up front, and they really all had an attitude all night. So they wasn't really paying attention to the show. And at one point, I said something about how much is the bill? They told me what the bill was. But before that, I went and I act like I was going to high-five her, and I smacked the titty. And then I said, yeah, don't worry about the bill. I'm going to pay for it. And the black girl goes, oh, no, you gon' pay. You gon' pay. So when the show is over and I'm out selling my merch, comedy club manager comes and goes, listen, they called the cops. They waiting on you. And you got to arrest you. And I almost spent that night in jail, man.
For assault, right?
You had to talk to the cops and talk out of it? Or
No,
what happened?
they booked me.
They booked you all?
They booked
Actually,
me, and then eventually I got out kind of on my own recognizance. Yeah. And eventually the shit got dropped. Never did that joke no more.
That's not words, though. That's like you put your hands on it, though.
Listen, if Gallagher can smash watermelons on you, what's the
Burritos.
difference? You know what I mean?
I don't know about
It's almost the same thing.
What if you
It's not like a fondle.
It wasn't a fondle. It was a pat.
What if
Yeah.
it would have been one of those back scratchers with the hand on it and you
Back
and you
scratchers?
just tapped it?
But what's that hand
maybe.
connected to? That little hand connected
Okay, what if you
to
just threw it at
I
her?
mean, I can understand, them charging you, but I'm glad they dropped the charges because it's bullshit.
Yeah, it was. It
In the
was.
end.
But they had an attitude to begin with. So
I know what you're saying.
yeah.
Is there,
And
a
which
lot,
in a civilized society, you can't do,
Right.
especially today.
Right. Yeah.
is there a lot of beef in the black comedians? Like beef, like motherfuckers, they don't like each other, or I ain't performing if he's on stage. Henry Wells.
Hey, but he took a picture with Homeboy this weekend, dog.
Oh, yeah?
Did that happen to you?
Yeah,
Huh?
no, you know Henry Wells?
No.
because he couldn't stand this certain comedian. He said he
That's
stole
his
from
name,
him.
right? Henry
Welsh.
Is that right?
Henry Wells, she's from
And,
Atlanta.
and then,
he don't perform and Ricky Smiley's there.
But this weekend, this past weekend, they did a show with Mike Epps, and there was 2 of them together with Mike Epps in the middle.
Right.
And they shot the
I
picture.
think it's because Mike Epps
Of
is in
course.
the middle.
But my whole thing is that
because he opened up his bed. Yeah, right now I'm beefing with 10 rappers and 1 comedian.
Yeah, my beef days, if I even had any,
When you were young?
are over. I don't even know beef, man. You know what I mean? People try to make it.
Bro, we saw that
seem like
video of
they're
you getting
shit.
punched, bro. That fool, I'm like, honestly, he didn't get 1 hit in, bro.
Well, no, nigga, I had
Bro,
Floyd Mayweather
you were
defense,
like,
baby.
honestly, I gotta give you props.
Yeah, I was.
You he didn't get nothing.
Everybody
bro.
said that I got knocked out.
No.
I covered
You were
up.
like, you were coming up and shit.
Come on,
you were
man.
like, and here you like an angry chick.
Yeah.
He
no.
rope-a-doped. He rope-a-doped that.
You
time.
rope, but you used to box, right?
I don't know if you call it boxing.
I used to box.
I had fantasies. I had fantasies
But
of being a champ.
in the art, pissing somebody off and making them snap. That's all that happens.
Yeah.
You couldn't take it, huh?
Well,
That's like you were doing like some schoolyard shit.
yeah,
with
but
him,
I
wow.
mentioned when I tell the story I didn't know, dude. I thought he was a friend of Corey's. So he was like, this is my man. And I'm Corey, my man.
Right,
so if you his man, you my man.
Right.
And I thought that's
We're
what we
doing
was
Ropey
doing.
Dope on-
But I
the
hit some
Ropey
buttons,
Dope
man, and
podcast.
it happened.
Yeah, motherfuckers' emotions, bro.
Yeah. I'm glad I know I got that ability, man. to massage you such a way that,
That's a talent, dog.
you know, yeah, man.
You could have pressed charges too, right? Just like slapping that titty.
You said, did I like slapping?
No, just like
Yeah.
you slapped that titty. You press charges. You could have had him press charges.
Listen, there was two ways to handle it, and so I handled it what I thought was the best way to handle it, as opposed to the other way to handle it, which could put me behind bars,
Right.
or get some people, get somebody else fucked up.
Take your money
So
or
you know, I'm
something like
44 years old, man. I got to make chess-like decisions. I can't make checker decisions no more, man.
That'd be on point, dog.
Yeah, man.
that was funny, man. Did he take his glasses off first, or he went away?
I don't even remember.
He took his glasses off. He took his glasses off. That's how everybody, when they're
That's
looking at
a
the video, go,
warning.
that was the warning when he took
Yeah.
his glasses off.
Yeah.
But he
Who said
was
warning?
behind you. He was behind.
He was
couldn't
off.
see
He was more to the side. He was on the side of me when it started, but then when he got up, yeah, he was more or less behind.
Wait, have you ever got into it with anybody like in the crowd or any fight, like an actual fight or anything?
Well, I got punched like off stage, but not
Really?
not during the show.
You're a big dude. You
But I
seem
was
like
talking to somebody, and then I was just talking to somebody about the bathroom, and then
Somebody's lady.
Yeah, it was a Daily Planet back in the days, and then this fool ran, bro, and he fucking threw a Mighty Mouse punch at me, bro. He jumped. he jumped, bro. He hit me on the bottom of my chin.
Here I come to save the day.
Yeah, man.
But
I think
again,
we-
that's some motherfucking emotions rights because someone's
How
talking
long
to
have
his
you been
lady.
doing stand-up?
Me, I've been doing stand-up 17 years.
Yeah, I think the longer we stay around, we get a little bit of everything at some point. You know, I don't know if anybody's ever tried to throw something at you or
Motherfucker
run up
smashed
on
a
you.
bottle on me
Oh, really?
and
They
tried
threw
to
a
come
phone
at
at
me.
him, bro.
It was when that little the first that little gay laws came into play,
Right.
and it was two dudes right there in the audience. I'm like, "What's up, first date or what?" And homeboy,
I
just snapped.
remember that.
You
of
were on
that?
you were on the road, dog.
Yeah, somebody told me about that.
Yeah, and the motherfucker just said, "What?" He spit on me, dog. So I'm
For
like,
a
dude,
joke?
Yeah, so I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do, dog? And I said, fuck, and I spit on that one. My guy had a good one, dog, and I spit it right, dude, it hit him nasty like an egg.
Woo.
And he jumped out of his seat, grabbed his fucking 24-ounce fucking Heineken, and smashed it over the guardrail, over that tortillas, and then grabbed the
That
mic
room-
stand and
That
shook
room
it.
was crazy, Aries, man.
Yeah.
One time we were just sitting there,
Come away.
him and I were walking into the club, and Willie Barcena was performing, and this dude came in there with his fucking lunch pail and grabbed some chick by the hair and dragged her out of the club, bro.
Wow.
It's like somebody told Don Draper his wife is fooling around at Wild Coyotes.
Caveman style,
He
dog.
came. He took a lunch break with his lunch pail, grabbed her by the hair, and dragged
Time
her out.
shit, like, am I seeing what I'm seeing?
But
Yeah,
you know
you're
what,
seeing
man? That bitch was there next week, so
like a
fuck that fool.
soldier.
Man.
She was there, man. I was doing the ropey dope in the car.
So what happened to the dude? Did anything happen or did
Not
Hell
fucking
no.
press charges on him or nothing, but they kicked him out. He wanted his money back. They didn't give him his money back. But then I went back on stage and go, man, I tried to like bullshit through a joke, and I just told the audience, man, I was fucking scared and they died.
How do y'all
But I don't know
deal?
what the
How do
fuck
y'all
to do.
deal with hecklers, man? Y'all get them a lot. Drunks are just people that are just.
You get them every now and then, but people that are just super fucking drunk, they want to have
Super
a
loaded.
back and forth with this fool
I
and
get
say
this,
they had fucking-
like I'm doing my show, and there's a guy that did going, Felipe!
But they love you, right? It's not to be fucked up. It's
Felipe!
The only reason they got the balls to say that is because they're really fucked up.
Then they start doing bits from back in the days.
Old ass ones.
And then it goes.
Oh God.
Yeah.
45 minutes in, man, I just back kick him, man.
And do you have them thrown out or you just?
I just deal with it for a while, then they pass out,
That-
then they wake up again.
Jesus.
But then normally the people who do this, they're there with a big crowd, you know. They brought 17 people. It's his birthday or somebody's birthday, or this guy's a big fan. He's introducing 10 people to me.
But this fool's cool about it because he's not like, security, get him out right now. You know, it's
I'm
like,
not Joe
chill
Coy,
out.
bro.
But then I'll creep up from behind and go, hey, dog, that's enough, dude. We got to
Joe
chill the
Coy
fuck
be.
out. I'm gonna yank you
I
out.
should be more like Joe Coy. Like he asked the community before me, man, who's loud, bro? Who's loud?
Oh, yeah.
Who's loud? What section? What section?
He
We
has
gotta-
them walk the crowd, doesn't
Yeah,
he?
we
You gotta
gotta watch the
be
crowd.
safe out there, man.
He's afraid if somebody sneezes. He gets
Well,
mad.
sometimes-
He gets
you know-
mad if waitresses drop checks. You know that's what
But
happens during the headliner
As
set. You know.
In his defense, a comedian, some comedians have a precise set that they just cannot sway from or
Yeah.
jump off and talk, like the Love Master. But once have the Love Master done with
Craig
Heckler,
Shoemaker?
yeah,
He doesn't have
he has a
hecklers,
precise set. You know, like they know it. So I think that was Joe Coy and some comics. They have a set list that they go to.
How often do you veer off page?
Fuck, man.
All the
the
time.
A lot, eh?
He'll
I get heckled if I mention the wrong town. Like I Comedy Magic Club, everything was going smooth. So I said that whatever I said, this town, I said, this
San
town,
Pedro or
whatever,
whatever,
man. But I said, Barstow, the shit town, it's the shit town before Las Vegas. So I said it's like San Pedro and fucking whatever. It's like San Pedro and Hermosa, and then half of the crowd was from fucking San Pedro. So they all stood up and shit and started yelling. So I had to do
They were laughing too.
I had to
Yeah.
do locality jokes now about the area
Changed your ending.
to
of
get
the
them
set.
back.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure people yell out their favorite bits on your show.
They want to
JC!
Yeah.
Especially at the Laugh Factory or Dublin's.
Laugh Factory was never so bad, but on the road, they do that shit. But the good thing is they do it towards the end of my set, so now I can kind of give you the okay, fine. But if I'm in the trying to do what I'm doing, then that's when it's like a pain in the ass.
Were you like a party animal? Like, did you ever got crazy, like Joey Coco Diaz?
Nah, man.
Never danced with the devil?
I've always
Just
been on
weed
the
and-
hunt for pussy.
Weed and video games?
Yeah.
That's
weed,
your
video
vice?
games.
Because I know you like video games.
Video games, weed, and pussy, man. I just, I get Terminator vision. And if I go to a party, it's not so much about the music and the dancing. Who I'm fucking. I'm trying.
You're about sticking that shit.
Yes.
You have like,
I got a sex problem.
do you know what to say? Like when you see a chick, like how to spot them out, like Iceberg Slim, or that bitch, that's a wounded hyena right there.
A little Dakota ring.
I just never force it. If it feels right, it feels right. And if I can play a little bit of tongue tennis with them and get my serve right,
That tongue
I'm good.
tennis.
Hell yeah. This is the only fool who's been honest about this shit.
Yeah, man.
Everybody's all undercover with their sexual proclivities,
dude,
dog.
Yeah,
I'm a
tongue
hooah,
fancy
nigga.
there.
I am a hooah, nigga.
You go down.
I
back
pay
in
for
the
pussy
days,
and all of
when you were
that.
young,
I'm
would you go
glad
down
it's
on
still
chicks
alive,
you just met?
Huh?
Back in the day, would you go down on chicks you just met? Or
No.
Or you're a beast.
No. Going down on a chick, you got to be
Savage.
special.
Okay.
Everybody can't get that. I got an acquired taste.
That's
can't-
that's
so-
a black thing.
Hey,
fuck with the
hey,
cunnilingus.
hold on, hey. Sorry, El Paso. You need to shave it, eh?
Yeah,
some
no.
beasts out there.
Sorry, Juarez. Sorry, Pueblo. Sorry, Syracuse.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Allentown.
Yeah, I can't.
Sorry, Dayton.
Who said I can't?
Nah.
Sorry, East Pittsburgh.
So you're out there just to toss pipe.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
Toss pipe.
And I'm not even a big fan of
Lay
getting
pipe, bro. You don't
of
toss
getting
it.
head. You know what I mean? Well, you toss it when you got a big dick. When you toss your shit. When you got good.
I'm over here.
Um,
I'm over here slinging. Then.
That's how you do it, dog.
Yeah, and I'm not even a big fan of women going down on me. I like it. Give me just enough to get right. Fuck an appetizer. I like the meal. You ain't got to be down there putting in all that work. Just get me right, and I'm good.
Sometimes you get bored. Honey. What do I do now?
Nah, nigga,
You're counting. You're looking now. You're counting the tile.
nah, brother.
You gotta do
Yeah.
it.
Blowjob? During a blowjob?
I'm like Kramer and say, hey man, you got some electrical work in We got to check your stucco. Eh?
You got a light bulb that's out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dog. You're still a warrior out there. That's what's up, dog.
But I'm not what I used to be. I'm like an old athlete. I'm icing the knees now.
Like,
The jersey's about to get hung in the rafters.
hilarious.
I'm icing the knees, baby. I ain't what I used to be. I used to have a rule, like I would never go on the road and bring something with me. I had to have a fresh piece every city. I got these last 4 years, I'm like, man, give me a bitch I can take with me. I don't have the fight in me no more.
I
Are you
respect
settling
that.
down like with somebody, or you're
I'm
looking for
just,
somebody?
I'm
or-
just not on the prowl
You're not
like
on
I
the
used to
prowl.
be. I make my meat last longer.
Put it in the freezer.
Yeah, I don't have to have a fresh
Hey,
meal
bro,
every night.
Hey, he's a deer hunter.
There we go.
He
go.
puts it in the freezer, bro. Then every once in a while he cuts a little hoof.
A little piece.
Yeah,
A little slice.
yeah. There we go.
But,
Conserve.
Because there was not competition. You mentioned all these names, Bill Bellamy. All these people. A lot of competition, bro. How did you pick it out, bro? You got Bill Bellamy there. You got fucking Eddie Griffin. You got all these big shots
Hamburger
there.
and shit.
Hamburger.
Right.
That cowboy hat.
Because one thing he take the hat off, bro. It's on. You know how you doing that.
I never even really looked at it that in terms of a competition. I just look at some of the guys who I have so much respect for and who I know are beasts in the game, and I go, how can I be that good? You know, Chappelle's a monster. Patrice O'Neal was a monster. So I just want to be able to say I can at least match that or come close. Not trying to be better than, you know what I mean? Just want to be considered one of.
Word.
You were in a series, bro, on CBS with that dude from the fucking
Glenn Fry,
from Glenn Fry, South of
yeah.
Sunset, bro. I remember that show.
Yeah.
I always tell my wife no. We were watching the Eagles sound documentary, the one we borrowed from you. And it goes, he had a fucking with Aries Spears. They were supposed to be like Miami Vice and shit.
Yeah, like more like.
But in LA, right?
Yeah. And
what was that like, bro? To like when they got you the deal, you're excited. You like got the hose going.
You know, I said to him on our podcast, I came along at a time where they were giving out, remember, development deals.
Could you please tell these comedians what was that
so
like?
They used to lock you up to take you off the market so nobody else could get you.
Hold you, bro.
Holding deals. So
like Freddie Barco style.
Yeah. So for the first 5 years of my career in LA, I had 1 year holding deals with every network in town. So I probably made over $1 million before I was 21.
Just being held.
Willie Barcena too, bro. Not
Yeah.
$1 million, but they'll give him like 100,000, 75,000.
Yeah.
Dom Mira too. Like I went like 7 years. They pay me not to work.
Yeah, they pay you not to work because you want to work, but they basically paying you not to work in hopes that they create something for you.
During
which
these
never
times,
panned
that's
out.
when they created that show for you.
Well, it just so happened that show was already being created, and at the time I signed my deal with CBS, they signed me on first, then they signed on Glenn Fry. And we just got fucked, man, because when we aired, we were up against the #1 show at the time, which was Home Improvement.
Damn.
And then also up against Melrose Place.
Damn.
So the #1 show, and then the hottest show, and then on top of that, there was the California brush fires. So we didn't even air in California at all. And Glenn Fry was such a nightmare for the network that they just canceled us after one show.
Man.
Really?
So we shot 13 episodes, and they nixed us after one show. And at that time, dude, I was like 18 years old, and I was probably clocking $45,000 a week.
God damn.
And it was sweet, and it was a bitter end, man. But it was what it was.
What Glenn Fry doing?
You know, when he first started the show, he wasn't the greatest actor. So
He wanted to be though.
he wanted to be. So
He's in
halfway,
like 2 Miami Vice episodes. I
right.
think.
Good
So
ones,
halfway
yeah.
during the season, he
That's
got an
Good
acting
episode,
coach,
babe.
and he got better. So he didn't want the first couple episodes to air because he was that bad.
Really?
So he got in a fight with the network, like, yo, don't air them. Let's reshoot them. They said we already paid all this money. We're gonna air them, and they had a tug of war, and it got nasty. So it got so nasty that they was like, you know what? You got killed in the ratings because of Home Improvement and fucking Melrose Place. You didn't even air in California. It's not worth the trouble. And they canceled us after the first episode, man.
How can a show be called Sunset now here in California?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah. So
Homeboy was a Jerry Maguire too, though, right? Later on.
yeah, he played like an agent, I think. So some sports GM or something like that. Yeah. Nice guy though. I mean, he gave me my first LA Lakers floor seats.
Fucking Eagle,
So
right there.
yeah,
dog.
man. He nice dude
What was
though.
it like to sit in the wood?
Huh?
What was it like to sit right on the wood? The hardwood?
It's wild, man. It's intoxicating.
I sat right on the floor, brought up for WNBA, but I didn't feel the same.
No, that's not gonna
nothing,
be
no,
the
no.
same.
That was an exhibition game anyway.
Yeah.
It was damn. Is that a real game?
It could be the championship
Fuck.
game. It's not gonna be
Bro,
the same.
I was sitting down
Why?
right behind
Just in
the
class.
photographer's thigh. Like his thigh was right here. I was sitting next to him on
feel
the
the
floor
heat?
watching the game. And I didn't have seats, bro. I was on the floor. Right?
Yeah, we
Right
were on the
around.
floor. No,
Right
we were
on
on
the
the floor.
What's up, Rodrigo, man? Give us some
Chilling.
James Gandolfini, bro.
Hey, how you guys doing? We're here with Aries Spears and Rick Rubin.
I like
Yeah,
it.
whatever.
Are you a big Sopranos fan?
Enormous Sopranos. fan.
Okay, I'm a Sopranos whoa. You know, because I said whoa.
Yeah.
And I think I'm lining myself up to do this. I don't know. Have you heard of the Sopranos podcast?
Yeah,
The
Pada Bing.
Pada Bing.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna do that
Homeboy from Miami.
next
Who
week.
told us about it.
Yeah.
Whose pocket is it?
No, two comics do it, right?
Yeah,
Or-
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's on the East Coast.
And I tell people I'm proud of it. I own both complete DVD sets, box collections of my two favorite shows, The Sopranos and
worth
Sex
$10.
and the City.
Sex and the City. It's your other favorite show.
Are you serious?
I swear
That's
to
how
God.
you get the white chicks,
I
eh?
swear to God.
I watched every episode of that show,
I'm
and then
a
I
Sex
hated
and
myself for
City
watching.
Oh, really?
it. Yeah, but
You
I
watch
watched
the
it when it
movies?
aired the first time.
So
I, like,
team
they were
Aiden or
live.
Team Big?
Team
didn't watch
Aiden.
it,
I
eh?
like Aiden.
Oh, he was such a sap.
I know, but I have to root for the woman, and she shouldn't be going back to that. asshole.
Oh, Big was the man.
He was the man.
Big
but
was the man.
He was a jerk. You know,
Yeah,
she
Lando
shouldn't
Calrissian over
have. She
here.
wrapped her whole world up in him.
Here's my question for you.
What up?
Never watched an episode.
Who was the bigger asshole, and who would you be most intimidated by, Richie Aprile or Ralph Cifaretto?
Richie Aprile. No, Ralph.
I want to see Ralph because Ralph is unpredictable.
Ralph, bro, because he takes it
And-
up the ass. It's really hard. He wants to
Yeah.
hide that shit, bro.
And
To do
Aprile
whatever
is
it
more
takes.
of he goes with the business traditional.
Right, okay.
That's why.
Do Ralphie because that
But-
fool just kill you out of nowhere, bro. Like out of nowhere, like be laughing.
If
and
you're not made,
stab
then
you with
you
an
know.
ice pick, bro.
He
Right.
take you out spider style,
Right.
Goodfellas. You know,
Yeah.
they don't give a fuck about you. Though.
Okay.
You know what's funny
his-
about when Ralphie
fuck
killed
with
that
that
chick in that fucking bar? Like
That's what I was thinking
he
right
killed
now.
That, he killed that chick. She was pregnant. Right away, that dude.
Come on, get it all out, you dirty
the
little
dude,
whore.
the dude with the toupee. What's his name? With the toupee.
Oh,
AT, fucking the guitar player from Bruce Springsteen,
yeah,
Stephen Van Zandt.
Stephen Van Zandt, who was
So,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sal.
so-
Oh yeah.
Still,
Still.
he goes, you motherfucker, you killed her. She still owes me for those tits. Now you owe me.
Yeah, dog.
yeah, man.
Fuck it.
How could you be a dude and not like Sopranos?
Oh, you gotta be fucking
That
crazy,
is,
dog.
yeah,
That's like the best show ever,
Are you
dude.
kidding me,
You
man?
must be real Italian.
Oh, dude, you
Fucking
can't fuck with that show,
Forget
dog.
about it. What are we talking about?
And it got better, dog.
Oh,
I mean, it's
dude,
just
it
like-
was the only episodes I did not like were the dream sequences.
I didn't
I was just gonna
understand
say
I
that.
that.
like the dream
That was
sequences.
a little.
You didn't like when the
That was
fish are
your
talking to him.
favorite,
I like when the fish is talking to him, like because it's like I wasn't.
It kind of
expecting that.
bugged, dude, because it was like kind of added a comedic element to it. And then when Homeboy got, when he got shot, those
Pussy.
were kind of that pussy.
Right.
But even later on, when Tony got shot,
Right.
and then they had those dream sequences,
I
I
didn't
kind of
like
like
any
that
of
either.
those, man.
And I don't know who injected
Right.
that in. Was it Chase or
Right,
whoever
right.
the fuck it was? But that was a little
We
trippy.
got rid of the Romans, didn't we?
You're looking at him.
Speaking of HBO shows, and maybe you guys can answer this question because I've been begging for an answer. Can somebody explain to me what the big fucking deal of Game of Thrones is?
I haven't watched
Hey,
it. Not
dog.
one episode.
I was
on,
never into it, dude.
man. I tried.
Joe Barone tried to get me to watch it, but one day I watched an episode and it hit me, dog.
Man,
and I just watched the last one. I think
tried.
it's great, dog.
I can't get past the dragons. It's
Everybody,
awful.
everybody
Turn
would
it
say the
on.
same thing
You
to me.
have to watch
if
it,
you
dog.
could get past the first 2 or 3 seasons.
Nah.
If it take you that long
It'll
to get
grab
hooked,
you. It'll
I
grab
canceled it
you.
already.
No.
It'll
Nah,
grab you. It
dog.
got me, dog.
My
And
baby mom
I'm a hater with all that shit, dog.
my baby mom tried to get me to watch that, and I tried so hard. And I know it's such a hot show. You're supposed to like it.
I like it.
Oh God, I can't stand it.
I
It's a
watched
shit.
it. I got into it for like 3 episodes, and then it was just so easy not to watch it again.
Yeah, that's what you had me watch one episode, I think, and I was like, I don't ever need to watch this again. And I don't even remember what happened in that episode.
Lisa doesn't want to bend the knee.
No,
I've not watched
no.
it.
I like reality.
I don't like
I'm
watching
like-
them, but
I mean, I like real life.
I don't
stuff.
like watching
don't
them, but I
like-
already know what's gonna happen because I've seen enough YouTube videos about it. But the top 5 actors on that show, they make $500,000 per episode.
On Game of Thrones,
Yeah,
sure they
I didn't
do.
know it cost $10 million an episode
and
to
like
make.
over $1 billion.
That's ridiculous.
Every
Nasty.
SNL sketch costs has $1 million budget.
Wow.
Each sketch.
You sketch, man.
Each sketch.
$1 million
Ain't no
of-
corruption in that
$1 million
motherfucker?
of not funding it.
I would just like a sketch then. Just give me a sketch.
were you on Matt TV when Artie Lang was there?
No, I came on 3rd season. He was there the first
So
2.
they still smell like shit over there.
Bobby Lee was still on.
There was
his-
some coke.
When we had
coke
Bobby
here.
Lee on the show, he told me he pooped on himself.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
showed
that was a
himself as-
regular thing with him.
Was he? Did
That
you
was
guys,
his funny.
Did you guys cross over on that show, or you and Bobby, or did he? Was he
Season
gone
4.
before you got there?
Well, I was there from season 3 to about 11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
8 episodes.
8 years,
That's
yeah.
good.
So, and Bobby came a little bit later.
Oh, he was after you. Oh,
He was a
okay.
train wreck, man. He was so nervous, and he was on whatever he was on, and he lacked a lot of confidence. So, yeah, he eventually got to where he needed to be, but it was difficult at first.
He's turned his whole life around.
Yeah,
It's just like,
he ain't got no love for me. He thinks I
Oh,
thinks
yeah?
I hate him, and so now he hates me, which is so fucking ridiculous. So fucking
Damn.
ridiculous.
so did
Invite him
you?
over to watch Game of Thrones.
So did you want to be a comedian? What was you talked about wanting to be like up there with Chappelle and Patrice O'Neill and all that stuff? Did you, when you came out here and you were acting and you were getting all this work, were you thinking this is what I want to do more, the acting stuff, or did you really still have that love for comedy, for stand-up?
I wanted my blueprint to be exactly what Eddie Murphy's blueprint was. I wanted to do a sketch comedy show for a couple of years and have that audience follow me from TV to film and then never look back. I had a lot of side streets on the way and a lot of dead ends. So I'm still on some path, but we'll see what happens.
I got side streets, bro. I got stuck in a cul-de-sac for many years.
You had a lot of cul-de-sacs you ran into.
Yeah.
I'm on a hill that's not even developed.
Let's get back to that. You're 18 years old, man.
Yeah.
On top of the world. What happened right after that CBS show? You got another show?
You know, my
Jam?
last holding deal ended up being with Fox. So after almost a year of doing nothing again, I did a pilot that was kind of like the Mod Squad. Excuse me, produced by Aaron Spelling. So it was exactly like the Mod Squad. Black cop, white girl. That didn't go nowhere. And then by the time that was almost over, Mad TV was coming into season 3, and I auditioned for it for season 1. And they wanted me then, but I was locked in this deal. So the head of Fox was such a big fan of mine, he just told the producers at Mad TV, put them on. Just put them on. And that happened. I was on. Yeah.
Did you lose a lot of good opportunities when you were locked down in these deals? In limbo?
Some movies.
Yeah.
Like I was supposed to do a role in the movie Twins with Schwarzenegger and DeVito.
Damn.
And I couldn't do it. They wanted me. Bill Duke, the director of Sister Act 2, wanted me. Couldn't do it. So I lost maybe a couple of movies, a couple of TV gigs. At one point, some people from Saturday Night Live called me. But Lauren Michaels has a thing where he was like, look, if you was on any other sketch show, can't do this one. So, yeah, bad timing, man.
Did you audition for SNL?
I just sent a video. They didn't call back.
Did you really send a video?
Yeah.
That's when they were looking for a Latino 2 years ago, before Melissa got it.
Did you do any characters or impressions? Did you?
I did 2 impressions, and then they wanted original characters.
What was the impressions?
James Gandolfini.
And what was the other one?
And I did an Alec Baldwin one.
What was your original? What was the original?
So Eric Baldwin, bro.
Live
Eric
Yeah, Eric
You say Alec Baldwin?
Yeah.
You do it, bro.
I was working on it for like a couple weeks. I can't really do it now.
I saw him running around the park and.
What is it like? And here's the thing.
In the city.
But yeah, that was it though.
He was chasing his kids in Washington Square Park the other day.
They loaded?
No,
He's got a whole new generation of family now.
Yeah,
He has to
they're
chase
like little kids. It's really
his
fun.
other daughter's old now.
It was
I don't want to be cheesy. This is gonna come off cheesy.
Go for it, dog.
But because I don't do this impression much, I try to want to squeeze it in there so people know I could do it. Because people always associate me with the Jay-Z, DMX, and the rappers.
Yeah.
But Paul Mooney.
Yes, somebody can mention it here and over.
All right.
for it, homie.
So I'm gonna let you set me up. Paul's here. Felipe, ask a question.
What's up, Paul Mooney? I heard you used to write for Richard Pryor. I read about it in the book.
Everybody knows I wrote for Richard. Richard was a genius. I didn't always write for Richard. I gave Richard clues, and Richard would take them, but nobody needed to write for Richard.
That is great.
Richard was his own genius, nigga.
I heard that that famous line.
is great.
She's so fine. I'll suck his daddy's dick with one of your lines, and he gave you a watch for it.
This isn't true, nigga. This is not true. Richard and I were at a party, and someone saw a bad bitch, and I said, that bitch is so fine, I'd suck her daddy's dick. It was in conversation. That was taken out of context, nigga. If you're going,
The cadence is
You were
perfect.
the Mooney twins, bro.
Dan, you crazy the motherfucker.
that's my son, nigga. He fell from his daddy's tree. Nigga, you know what it is.
Yeah, so
That's great.
good.
That's the best one.
That's the best one I've ever heard.
Oh,
That's
really?
great.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because the your pacing of your words.
Oh, Paul
and the
is
way
like,
he does
and
his
Paul
words.
is all very
Like
Swedish.
he's
There's some
playing
sugar
a
in his.
piano.
You know,
Sugar in his
when,
tank,
when,
yeah.
when he talks, the thing about Paul is, nigga, you have to find your rhythm.
Yeah, it's all about the rhythm. It is. That's
all
what.
about the rhythm.
That's the
That's a good
difference
one,
right
eh?
there.
That's a
Because
good
when you
one.
say it and you make those faces, those white motherfuckers know, nigga. They know.
I seen you walk many rooms. Paul Mooney, one of the guys I work with, he told us one night that we were smoking weed, and he told us that you sent him to Target to buy a bunch of white Hanes T-shirts, and then you stole them at the end of the show. You just wrote Paul Mooney on them.
And exactly, nigga. And they were white because now it was my chance to sell some white shit. That's what I do. I buy white and sell that white like white folks sold niggas. You bought us and you sold us. Get me 100 white T-shirts. I'm gonna put my black name on them and sell them white T-shirts.
Make sure the man have cotton, daddy.
Is it true that Richard Pryor used to call you Miss Thing?
Oh, Richard called everybody Miss Thing. He called Robin Williams Miss Thing. That was his thing.
What's up, fool? Where can people
Good
find the
improv,
podcast at?
Yeah, Spears and Steinberg, a.k.a. The Jew and the Jerk, available at iTunes, Apple, Spotify, Spearsberg.com, or Google Play.
Is that Berg with an E or a U?
BERG.com. Yeah.
Did you go to the Paul Mooney tribute last night?
I didn't weven know it was
I
happening.
just saw pictures everywhere. Michael Collier was posting.
I didn't know he was dead.
No, he wasn't dead. He was there though. He'd been missing
I heard
in
he's not
action
in great
for a
health,
long
though.
time.
He's not
Looked
really in
a
great
little,
health,
looked a little puffy.
He
Looked a
came and
little
saw
odd.
Aries. Where we were in St.
Tommy T's.
Tommy T's, yeah. Came to
Tommy T's, bro. Give me some fucking Tommy T, bro.
You want it all in cash there, Aries? I'll go to Starbucks and I'll steal cookies.
Funny. That's funny.
Whose idea was it to put you in a thong on your special and do that little music video?
Oh, that was mine.
Because I saw that and I was like, I don't think Aries chose to do that.
Oh, no,
Somebody
absolutely
made
I
him do
did.
that. You did?
I have such a hateful relationship with where rap music is now. I had to take that.
It was funny.
I had to take that swing.
I didn't
People didn't
expect
get
it,
it though.
but-
With that
Right,
shit.
yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah.
Man, every time I'm headlining somewhere and I see your photo, they always have the photo of you with the little boxing
I hate
gloves.
that fucking.
What the fuck is that shit, dog?
that fucking
And I bet you,
Always,
you
dog.
send them other photos and you always grab that one.
You listen, I
You're
did,
not even that big.
I was at that time.
Well.
I did that photo shoot when I was more like Lavelle Crawford. and
You
Hey,
weren't that
LaBelle, bro.
big.
yeah.
I'm tell you right now, that motherfucker don't look like me.
and so I didn't like any of those photos. That's all I
You
had.
look like Larry Holmes.
Yeah, nigga. Larry Holmes got that nice flat top though, so my shit was all smooth.
Dude, I like your Lavelle, though. That was
Where
nice.
where you originally from?
Who?
Where you from, though?
Oh, New York,
Jersey.
New York?
Yeah,
New Jersey.
Jersey.
New York.
New Jersey?
Grew up in New York and New Jersey. Exit 9, New Brunswick.
9.
Yeah,
New Brunswick, right there where the Stress Factory is.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rutgers.
Rutgers.
Yeah.
We were there, right? What's his name?
Who was it with us? Oh, Johnny Roque, no?
No, the owner.
Vinny Brand.
Vinny
Jimmy
Brand.
Brown, bro.
Vinny.
Vinny.
He
Brown.
was just on TMZ.
He was on TMZ. He was beefing with what's his name?
Pete
from
Davidson.
No,
Pete
Pete
Davidson.
Davidson left. He
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
show
yeah,
up.
didn't-
He walked out of the sellout show.
He told us that
Davidson
he
did?
was there.
Yeah, because
And he didn't
After
even go on
that.
stage.
Vinny
Yeah.
went up on stage and
He,
gave him a bad
left
intro.
after the announcement.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
He
did
had
you say,
his-
babe?
Because in the announcement, he said,
Don't mention my 2A ladies.
he said, nobody in the audience, you know, Vinny likes to give the announcements in the beginning, right? And he said, now make sure none of you yell out like Ariana Grande or whatever his other chick's name was.
The
What
new
was
one,
the
right?
other-
Or the
the
latest
oldest,
one?
I don't know, the last one, Kate Beckinsale, whatever. Don't yell out any of those names. So he heard that and was like, he's not supposed to mention those names. I don't want him mentioning, like, I guess his rep wasn't there to let Vinny know, don't mention the names. Vinny decided to let the audience know not to mention those names, but he put it in everybody's heads, and Pete was gone.
Damn.
Yeah.
Don't mention my name.
That's some
mention
shit
it.
when you can just walk out of a sold-out
That's
show
weird,
and not
right?
worry about consequences and repercussions. I guess you reached another level of fame, man.
Got that fuck you money.
Yeah, man. Oh my
crazy.
goodness.
You ever done that before? Like, saw the audience and go, nah.
No. I've been on stage and had an audience so fucking terrible that I wanted to walk off.
Me too, man.
But
I
I've
walked
never
out-
done that,
I
no.
walked out mentally sometimes.
Oh yeah. Checked way the fuck
Bro,
out.
I'm doing all my bits and I'm just going like this.
Yeah.
And I'm
yeah,
going through the set, man.
Yeah.
I know you're talking, bitch. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna give you a shout out. Sorry. I hate when they walk up to you before the show, man. I hate seeing the audience before the show. So they want to ask you stuff like, hey, man, my wife is pregnant, man. Can you mention it? What do I mention your wife pregnant for?
So you don't like to? You go straight to the green room and?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the opposite.
I talked to them after the show, though.
He walks around before the show
I
starts.
want them to see me. I want like prison. I want to see who's the baddest motherfucker in the yard, so I know who to shank, nigga. So they know to leave me the fuck alone. I love looking at the crowd before a show, sizing them up. This bitch shouldn't have that on. Look at this nigga right here. This motherfucker's drunk. That's gonna be a problem. How do mom attack this shit? I love it, man. I love it. I watch game tape, baby. Yeah.
Get the little binoculars.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get like 10 emails before the show. Hey, it's our anniversary, or it's so and so's birthday. Give them a shout out. Like, you're supposed to remember all these people's things.
I always just
during your
I just
set.
flat out tell people no. I don't do that.
I know we don't, but I'm just
Let's
saying,
get
like,
big,
people
Gage.
still
They mentioned the
request it.
tourists are here.
But
The only thing I don't like is when people come up to you and they go, "Hey, you gonna be funny?"
Oh my
Like,
god.
motherfucker,
Yeah,
you
you
here,
right?
ain't you? You know what it is.
These motherfuckers are something else sometimes. dog.
Or their friend had this before. This guy was a big fan, and he's like a jeweler. He sells jewels, and he invited 4 of his friends, and his 4th friend decided like to play like make me laugh. So he just sat there and not laugh to get his friend mad. But then at the end, they told me, "Man, you were funny, man, but we want to show it to him." What the fuck, eh?
Yeah, what kind of game
So I
is that?
lose.
That's weird,
Right,
dude.
right.
I'm not part of your birthday party.
Those are the type of motherfuckers that jack off to the same porno
Come
at the
on,
same
man.
time.
Come on, man.
Enough with Carmela Bing.
Where is she, dog?
Oh.
I seen her at the T-Mobile one time. But this is about 5 years ago, dog. She was still all right.
He was looking her up, bro. The phone number.
No.
You have her phone number?
She sent you a personal video.
I told you I paid for pussy, nigga. I paid for pussy, nigga.
So you were back in the days, what's it called, Backpage?
Backpage used to be one of those ones.
Yeah.
Dude, you could do that shit on Craigslist back in the day.
Where you would get high and heckle them. Bitch, you ain't 23.
We crank called them before. As far as I go, shit.
Damn, she got big.
Yeah, she got a little bit.
She got very big.
Yeah, man, stop using that meth.
I thought meth was supposed to make you smaller.
Yeah, but
Them titties is gorgeous.
so how do you know her, Playboy?
We used to do Bible study together.
Showing her the Romans.
Tuesday and Thursdays.
Yeah.
Felipe's over here all jealous, by the way.
Bible study.
There you go.
That question came out of jealousy.
What's the last 4 numbers now?
He was trying to look at the phone number instead of the pictures.
There you
I
go.
know your game.
Hussein used to call women eagle eyes. Eh?
You see everything right.
We haven't spoken in a long time.
So you got some too, bro, or what? Just dudes.
What?
What
You got
happened?
some pictures too?
No, I'm down to one. I'm just my
Mario
girl, man.
Bros.
Just my girl.
Somebody-
I'm a single unit, just with my girl. That's why his girls like when I'm on the road with him, because they know that.
Think you're a stabilizing
Yeah,
influence.
I'm supposed to be the one to balance everything
That
out.
doesn't work.
Somebody asked, can Aries tell the story about how he got Joe Diaz on Mad TV?
Well, Matt TV always gives you
yeah.
props.
Yeah, but I didn't have anything to do with
Oh, right,
it.
'cause
No,
he
they
said-
just,
Bro, it's
they
1999.
just went after him.
Yeah,
you know what I
because he
mean?
goes, no, Irish
Yeah.
Spears, he came over one day and he made a call for me. Hold on, just let me tell you
Well, then
something
fuck
about
it. Listen, if y'all know Joey, tell this motherfucker I'm trying to hook up with him, man.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
well, I just talked to him today. He said to fucking give you a hug. No, I'll definitely let him know.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, fuck yeah, dude. He says he comes back from New York in 2 days.
Bro, something he'll just break down, he'll mention your name, bro. Aries Spears.
He
bro.
said it to a couple times to us.
We'll tell
Well,
you-
if you can,
Hey,
before
Yeah.
we leave,
Dude,
maybe you text him and
I
ask
see
him
him
if you can
on
give me his
app.
number.
We'll tell him
Joey,
he
don't text.
was slobbering and asked him. He was
No, but call him.
slobbering. He had water coming out of his mouth. Bro,
I thought he was Italian.
nobody can
Oh,
fuck.
he's Cuban,
Yeah, I
dog.
thought
But
he
he
was
was,
fucking
but he was
Italian.
raised by an Italian family after his mom
They adopted
died.
him.
Oh, okay.
They adopted him. Yeah.
Oh, East
Go
Coast.
check out that
Jersey
video on
vibe.
YouTube right now. It's called How to Get My Balls by
Yeah.
Joe Diaz.
We produced it.
Yeah, it's not my name.
Yeah.
Joe Diaz has to be like, bro, 1999, bro.
That's a great impression,
Aries
man.
Spears, bro, came in there fucking up the room, had all the fucking weigh-ins chasing. They were running out of the room
That's a
scared.
good fucking
They
impression.
couldn't follow him.
I'm gonna tell you, cocksucker. Kanan wanted to adopt him, cocksucker. That's how good he fucking was, his fucking kid. So who knows, bro? You know what I'm saying? He's out there doing his thing.
Who's that?
That's Joey. That's another
serious
facet
Joe
of
Diaz.
Joey.
I
Yeah.
see Joe Diaz all excited.
like, dude,
he does a
There's
level
like
of
5
confidence.
levels
Yeah, yeah,
of Joey.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay,
There's
okay.
5 different faces.
What year was it, bro? You saw him?
1975 was his first year. And then I met his mother! His mother! His mother was at my mother's bar! We're basically fucking brothers! They're like twins and shit. DeVito and Schwarzenegger. We don't look alike. I wasn't saying.
Did you ever go to any after hour parties out here in LA or New York?
Some fucking
Dude,
bangers,
I'm telling you, man, my days, I'm 44. I really don't have it in me no more.
You're 24.
You know, even when I come home from doing stand-up, he's always egging me on to go to the store and go to the ha-ha. And I just, once I'm on the road so much, so when I'm home, I'm done. You know, I'm done, man.
I'm 54 though. You should be able to keep up.
I know, I'm 47. He keeps talking about how 44 like it's 64 or something. Like, wow, I should be tired.
I got to give my second win back.
Maybe a cane.
I'm like a molested child in show business. I haven't recovered yet, man.
You ever been to the mansion, the Playboy mansion?
Oh yeah, twice.
What's up with that shit?
Oh, fucking bananas. First time I went was
You went
better
during
than
the
the
good
second time.
days? The good old days?
Oh yeah.
Now
First
it's-
time I went for the 4th of July party, which is the creme de la creme. Second time I went, I did Tom Likas. He was doing a party there.
Oh, yeah.
Tom
So I went with
Likas.
Tom Likas. But both times it was bananas, man. It's everything you thought it would be. Everything. Yeah. So it was good times, bro.
We were there, man. We had burn victims.
We did. We're at a charity event.
It
The
was a charity
Playboy
event.
Mansion.
It was for these guys that got blown up in
It was
Iraq.
Wounded Warriors
And
project.
there was a guy there who, with all the donations, he fixed their wounds, bro. Like, he gets pieces of other people's ass.
Plastic
and
surgery.
Plastic surgery.
Ass.
Tissue.
Tissue.
Skin grafts.
Skin
yeah.
graft, bro.
Ass tissue.
Ass tissue.
Ass tissue.
Wifeys.
So what would you do after Mad TV? What you hopped on?
You know, I had about a year and
Road,
a half
huh?
off. And then I did
Went on a world trip?
No, not really. I did the road for about a year and a half, and then I did the Underground with Damon Wayans, his sketch show, which lasted a season. And then after that, I became a road warrior, man. Sprinkled with a couple of little movies here and there. The Pest with John Leguizamo and movie with LL and, you know, a little bit of stuff here and there, but, you know.
You do an LL impression?
Yeah.
Everybody does. I
Well,
mean,
not
no,
everybody.
not everybody, but I mean, I want
Everybody doesn't do a good one.
Yo, it's bananas, man. It's crazy, man. Got an album dropping. It's real sexy. You don't know what sex is like till you mix it with water, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta do
Put the
that.
hot candle wax on your chest. Let it melt down in your nipples and your navels. It's crazy, B. It's bananas, man.
You got Lisa braiding her hair right now.
Yeah.
what?
You got Lisa braiding her hair right now.
You gotta do that. You gotta do the licking the lips with it.
Yeah, man.
It's got it.
Do some LL, bro.
Crucial.
I
do
don't think I can do them.
Do some Lord B.I.G. Do it, dog.
Motherfuckers live right here, Bedford Stuyvesant, the livest one. Fuck what you heard, motherfuckers eat turds. Shit like that.
Baby, oh,
There you go.
baby
Get the breath.
delivers. Cold like the shivers, talk slick shit. Speak game is vicious, malicious. How I roll through you like a cancer. Doc speak, bleak, talk about your chances, Biggie baby.
Did you ever meet him?
No, never met Big.
What the person you met in your life, like the celebrity, where you say, "Oh my God," Michael Jackson.
Nah, I saw Michael at the Shrine Auditorium for the American Music Awards one year, but never met him. You know, the only people I've ever wanted to meet, Michael Jordan, never met him. I met Muhammad Ali, which was mind blowing, and Eddie Murphy.
How's that, dog?
Eddie Murphy?
Cool as fuck.
It was weird. I don't know how long you've been in LA, but back when that place used to be called the Roxbury,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hottest club in town, I was there one night and I was up in the top. Eddie Murphy walks in with his bodyguard and they go sit in the corner. And I knew it was Eddie because when he came in, he was smiling. He had shades on, of course, but when he smiled, I saw little baby teeth, the little mini teeth. And I walked over,
So we got baby teeth.
and I-
Short
I told that
teeth.
story on. I told that story on Conan, and I don't think he liked it. It got back to him.
Funny, dog.
But I saw him, and I was like, "Yo, Eddie,
Baby
man, I just
teeth.
want to say." And he looked at me. He's like, "You the brother on Def Cotton Jam, do all the impressions, nigga. You getting Chucky? You better stop." You know, so that was my brief encounter with Eddie. You know,
That funny night the Roxbury, that probably when what's the name punched Charlie Murphy, huh?
ain't nobody ever punched Charlie Murphy out.
Oh, that whole
You mean T.K. Kirkland?
No, what's his name?
You're talking about the James.
What the five fingers say
Rick
to the hand?
James?
Rick James?
You're talking
Yeah.
about
Oh,
that?
Studio
That was
54,
that was
right?
Studio
Yeah.
54 in New
Studio
York.
54,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, yeah, that was the Rick James story.
Yeah, that's different.
TK Kirkland. No, we never had him here, right?
No,
No.
I
No,
asked him and he kind of ignored it. So.
TK, you asked TK?
Yeah.
Yeah, he,
That was a while ago.
yeah, there's some stories behind that.
I know. But
Did you go on the big Def Jam tour after the show?
You know, we did the first the
Did they pay well?
Yeah, at first, but you know, at that time it was more about the exposure because Def Jam was such a phenomenon and it was huge. That second year, which is when I did Def Jam, the tour was me, Adele Givens, Reggie McFadden, Bernie Mac,
Judge
and Bill Bellamy.
McFadden, bro.
Damn, dog. It's
Yeah.
a killer
Funny.
fucking lineup,
Yeah,
dog.
man. And our last stop was at Madison Square Garden where I got booed off stage mercilessly.
Really,
And that
dog?
walk, and my hotel was in Times Square, but anywhere in New York is quick when you walk because it's such blocks. That walk back from the garden to my hotel felt like I was Bill Bixby in the Hulk.
What happened
I
up
was
there,
the
man?
lo- You know what? I tried to do a joke I didn't prepare for the right way. Like the thing I did that eventually went on YouTube that went viral and got 14 million hits where I do all the rappers rapping. I just tried to wing it. I didn't pay it the proper respect. I just tried to wing it. And I'm not a rapper. So it was horrible. And then when I said, okay, I need to go in the lab, nigga. So I really wrote the rhymes down and got the impressions and the mannerisms and the cadence down. And then when I did it at that radio station in San Francisco, that's when it, boom, and it took off. Yeah, but I just, it was bad.
How bad, bro? Like,
I wasn't fucking that night.
cause man, I did a movie called. I
Erased.
did a movie with. What was that movie called? I'm Dying Up Here. The one we did about bombing with Sully McCullough.
I'm dying. No, yeah, I'm dying up here.
I'm Dying Up Here.
Yeah,
Huh?
no, it was dying laughing.
Dying laughing. All these comedians they talk about.
One that Sully
They
produced.
talk about bombing. What is it like? What's bombing feel like to you?
It's just,
It starts off slow, huh?
I hate to say it, it feels like suicide, nigga. Like you want to die. Like you just feel like, you know, holy shit. And even when you don't bomb, but you just not getting from the crowd what you normally get, you question everything.
Mouth gets dry,
Like,
bro.
I've been doing this shit 30 years, and I'm like, yo, should I be doing this? And it's like, nigga, you got 30 years of work. You done put your time, and of course you should be doing. But all it takes is one bad show, and you want to redeem yourself immediately. I ain't never boxed professionally, but I always said this must be what a fighter feels when it's like after a 30-0 record, and he get that first loss, you gotta get back in that ring. You want that win again. So to feel again, yeah.
I think Mike Epps described the bombing that it feels like a real bombing, man. A real bombing, man. That shit stick with you for 3 days, man.
It
He
stays
goes-
with you until
Yeah,
you
you
get back on
He
stage.
goes,
Yeah.
he goes, you be laying in bed, man, thinking about your finances.
I don't know if that's true for Mike.
No, but back in the day.
Back in the day, maybe.
He goes, maybe I should have taken these furniture back to Rent Center.
Yeah, it can be
Bombing
tough.
with no money hurts more, huh?
Well, I've been fortunate enough to, you know, have a little bit of a cushion.
That's good, right?
But nonetheless,
But mental bombs, you know, like I feel like sometimes when I'm performing, I feel like I killed, but I feel like it was the same size audience as the last audience, but these motherfuckers were not as loud as the first audience. But then I felt like I mentally bombed, like I said this joke the wrong way today or something.
yeah, it sucks when you feel like you poured your heart and soul into a bit that you wrote, planned, and somehow the audience just didn't feel it the way you meant it to be felt. But then other times you be on stage winging it and something kills incredibly hard. You're like, that?
Yeah,
I didn't even
dog.
intend for that shit to do that. Like, so, you know, it's tricky. It's tricky.
Definitely.
You ever done stand up?
Yeah.
He does.
Just stand up. He talking about.
It's all quiet.
Yeah, quite.
Well, it's
Silent
like
Bob
Johnny.
over
It's like
here.
Johnny Roque. Somebody just asked who else is going to sit there and not
The
talk.
worst bomb I ever had actually was here at an all Hispanic club. And
Where?
I don't even remember what it was. And this was
Sunset Room.
Yeah, it was years ago. It was probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and I'm Mexican and Jewish, and I don't like people to know I'm Mexican until I tell them that I'm Mexican. And the first thing they did is introduce me as Mexican and Jewish, and everything was just fucking done. And I went up there, and they're like, "Nah, this dude," and all he did is look at me like, "Nah,
You ain't Guillermo del Toro."
No, yeah. So it fucking hurt. That one hurt. That hurt because I thought, oh, this is gonna be fun out here.
Right.
It was my first time out in
people.
LA, and it was just the worst week that I probably ever had in my life.
But you can be an old white dude, or I'm not saying you're old, but older
I am an old white
looking,
dude,
like
yeah.
grayish.
Honest John.
You can, but you can kill in a black club or a Latino club or
I
whatever.
open up
like,
for him everywhere,
I know
so it's
he
been
has
done,
because when he
sure.
has Chuck Bartel open for him, you know Chuck Bartel.
He slays.
He's 60-some year old. He was
Larry
a
Bubbles
mystery.
Brown.
Larry
Brr.
Bubbles Brown. These guys are
From
both
San
in their
Francisco.
60s. They've been doing comedy for years. And they have this weird, dry, dark humor, and they kill. The audience isn't expecting, so it's always a surprise. That who is that old white
Yeah,
guy? They
man.
always want who is George Washington because you always call him George Washington on stage. But they'll always ask afterward, and these guys have no social media barely. Well, Larry barely has one.
I do Facebook.
But
How'd you feel about the whole Bill Cosby thing when it came out? You were vocal, right, for a little while?
No, not really. I mean, it doesn't change his body of work. It doesn't
what
change
I'm saying.
the greatness of
Right.
what he's done.
Ain't nobody giving back those scholarships back.
Right. But,
We saw him.
it's tough.
We saw him perform at 3 p.m. in San Antonio.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was doing the River Center Comedy Club.
Right.
And then-
Majestic, right?
Yeah, Majestic Theater. We went there. I sat for about an hour and 35 minutes, then I left.
Yeah, this fool got a ticket and I snuck in.
Fucking snuck in, bro, during intermission.
I had to. No, I with the first 10 minutes of his of the performance because they had the they usher you to sit you down and then they came out the side door because I was trying to figure out a way to get in but I couldn't get in through the front because they had security and cops.
Was this during all the controversy?
No, way before.
Oh.
So fucking the ushers came out to smoke a cigarette. The fucking door flung open. I was like, "Fuck that!" I just fucking shot up there and fucking sat.
You met Tyson?
Yeah, a couple times.
Do you like impersonation?
He might now because he's found his feng shui.
yeah, he seems like he's
Yeah.
more humble now. He
Yeah.
can laugh at himself.
But when I first impersonated him on the Best Damn Sports Show, I was nervous as shit. And he kind of, it was almost like he's looking at you and you feel like you're looking at an unchained lion. It could go wrong. It might not, but it could go wrong. So, he kind of gave me that look where it was like, okay. But yeah, intimidating dude, man. Human pit bull.
You were an original cast member on that show, the Best Damn Sports Show?
Not an original. They had me on for like 2 months straight because at first I did like a couple of guest spots and they really did well. So they was like, yo, come knock out the summer with us. So for like June and July, I was there every week
Nice.
with the guys. Yeah.
Was that after Jerry Maguire?
Oh, way after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jerry Maguire did you audition for that?
I auditioned for Cuba Gooding's part.
What?
Really?
Cameron Crowe really loved what I did, but he was like, look, this role is too big for
We
you.
need a bigger name,
We need a
yeah.
bigger name. But because I like what you did, I'm going to give you the brother.
That's
so he
cool.
gave me the brother role.
Hell yeah, dude.
That's nice.
What with Tom Cruise? You talked to him during that shit or not?
You taller than him?
Not really, but one of the,
Fucking apple butts.
one of the coolest motherfuckers on the planet.
Really?
Don't
does.
lie.
He seems that
No,
way,
he's
dog.
very cool.
Don't
Very
lie.
cool. Very cool. So goddamn down to earth. Very sweet, man. I'm telling you. Real good dude. Yeah. I'm sorry. I ain't got
None
no
of us
horror
believed it.
stuff.
None of us believed it.
I'm telling you,
He
man,
looks
couldn't have
like
been
a-
nicer. He
Hey,
couldn't be
fool.
nicer,
Did he
man.
give you a
watching the
Scientology pamphlet?
Days of Thunder and all that shit.
Days of Thunder?
Yeah.
Oh, because we're reading this book called about Don Simpson or Simpson
High
and
Concept?
Bruckheimer's High Concept.
Are you reading it?
Nah, yeah, I already
good.
finished. I got it in the
Oh,
truck for you
oh,
guys.
it's
But I was
great.
telling him I was watching Days of Thunder. I've been
Yeah.
watching Top Gun. I've been watching all those movies.
Yeah.
Except for Flashdance. I haven't watched it in a long time. But
Last Dance. Fucking
So let me
badass.
ask y'all something, because we talked about this on our podcast. Are there any comedians who you obviously have respect for and recognize that he's fucking funny, but he just doesn't do it for you? Like I can look at and I don't want this to sound like some hateful shit. Like I think I get the brilliance of Chris Rock. I fucking get it. I look at him, I watch him, I go, God, that motherfucker's so smart. Or damn, that shit is.
On
But it just
point.
doesn't make me laugh. Now that's not to say I don't think he's funny. He just doesn't make me laugh. Dave Chappelle makes me laugh. Gut busting, tear jerk, jaw hurt. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like you can recognize the greatness.
before Bring the Pain or after? Or it doesn't even matter?
Doesn't even matter.
Okay.
I get it. I fucking get it. But he just don't. Do
I like to
nothing
bring
for
the
me, man.
pain.
Yeah. I think, I can see where he's a little stale now. But I mean,
But I don't
people
even want to use that word
Right,
stale
right.
because it seems like I'm saying
Yeah,
he's not
'cause
funny.
Right. And you're not.
Lukewarm.
He's
Yeah,
saying
there you
he's
go.
Never done it for him. He's never done it for him.
I'm just
got
saying,
made
like,
him laugh.
if I sit and watch him, I can go, God, that's smart. Fucking brilliant. But
I've heard
make
that
me
shit.
laugh.
Right. That gut shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to see. That might sound like I'm hating, and I'm not. I'm just certain comics I look at and I just go,
Well,
funny
like
motherfucker, but it
Rodrigo's
just
a
don't
big
do it
fan
for
of
me.
Aziz Ansar, and I don't get it, you know.
Aziz, I'm sorry.
I'm not. I was like, motherfuckers that bust me up are motherfuckers like Corey Holcomb,
Right.
Joe
Norm
Diaz,
Macdonald.
this fool.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They're just
David
funny,
Tell.
dog.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dog. Fool.
Hannibal Buress' first album.
Yeah, but do you know? You can. I'm sure you can think of some where you go. I know this guy should be funny. He's funny to a lot of people, and I see that's a well-written joke or whatever. But he doesn't make me laugh.
Like on the way
That
here.
show that I
It's a
didn't
lot of
watch
peop-
was two comedians.
Oh, John Mulaney and Nick Kroll.
Yeah, that special. I don't get it, but everybody likes it.
Yeah, but do you recognize that they're good?
Oh, they are good, but I don't
You
get
just
it.
don't get
I
it and don't laugh.
Yeah, because
Same.
like on the way here,
John,
I
I
was
think John
listening to
Mulaney
XM.
does that for me a lot.
Same.
I was listening to XM and I'm listening to Martin Lawrence and I'm just going,
Oh yeah,
God, he just does it. But I know how fucking funny he is.
his show is funnier than
Like he
than
makes
his
me laugh in
stand-up.
movies.
Yeah,
He has some of the greatest reactions
Yeah.
and like Bad Boys. He kills me in Bad Boys. But his stand up, I don't feel for him what I feel for Patrice O'Neal. Patrice, I look at and go, this motherfucker is thunder.
Well, you gotta
Martin
look-
doesn't do that to me.
Yeah, look at Patricia O'Neal had like he didn't get as much breaks as Martin Lawrence. So Martin Lawrence had to do so much other stuff like learn auditions, act, all this other stuff. So his comedy, you know, like it didn't start growing.
Patrice was also self-destructive. You know, he's the guy to walk in the room and go, fuck you.
yeah,
To the head of fuck you.
yeah.
So, you know,
That's crazy when you do
you know,
that.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is. But
Another level. Of
you couldn't
fucking-
deny his raw ability. Just fucking raw, man.
Were you there when Paulo Francisco auditioned for the show?
Pablo Francisco.
For Matt TV?
He was on there for.
I know he was on there for a little bit.
You were not there, huh?
No,
It was the first 2 years.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, first 2 years.
Like, who didn't do it for you, dog?
Huh?
Who didn't do it for you? Like, I don't get it, eh? And don't say Nick Guerra.
That's his favorite comedian.
I mean, there's a handful of fools, man. You know what I mean? That you just it's like wow, but everybody to everybody else are a genius.
Fluffy.
I think Gabriel was fucking super fucking funny.
Okay.
The first special when that stuff, but after that, I kind of don't get it anymore. It's just
I
like,
don't think special should be an hour and a half.
right, that well, you know, that could be something too. It's almost too. It's like, all right, he has great personality, but it's like it's just not the magic isn't there for me. Like it left. You know what I mean? I don't know if it might be still there or the fucking caricature, but as far as funny, do you remember those days? Fucking that one time when the devil was on stage, fool, and like even those fools don't represent that much, but he was doing his little bullshit ass special at Casa Latina. And then you were with your jacket, you know, fucking, you know, yelling out homeboy's name, dog. And you know, because that's the days when that shit was super funny from the ground up. But I mean, I don't know, it's not the same anymore.
Right.
I mean, I know, and you know, motherfuckers gonna look at me right now and talk shit or whatever, or whatever they fucking can say. But I'm not trying to be a dick or nothing.
But then that's why I brought that up because again,
Yeah.
I feel like this fucking political, and again, that's why I emphasize I'm not on some hate shit.
Right.
It's not about. I'm just saying if we'd be lying if we all sat up here and went, everybody gets a trophy, everybody deserves, everybody's. Yeah, that doesn't mean they ain't not funny. Just
Anybody can creep on Netflix and grab 10 specials out of there and go on. I don't understand this. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Just
Even
like
though
a
there's
lot of
70 up
people
there.
don't find this comedian funny, but I thought he was funny. Like, I could just name that this probably the whole room might not find him funny. Neil Hamburger.
Oh, and Neil
don't even know
Hamburger's
what that is.
hilarious.
Exactly. Neil Hamburger is a comedian. He's an he like, when you talk about alternative comedians, he's probably
Beyond, no,
he's
it's
first
bizarre.
out. When out started, he was there first. He goes up on stage with 7 hardcore drinks on him. He has a greasy ass face. He looks like a child molester in a bad suit, and he does horrible jokes that are funny
On purpose,
to his
yeah.
audience.
Wow.
He does 30 minutes of the worst jokes you're ever gonna hear, but this guy can bring in a crowd of 200 people at a bar you never heard of.
Yeah.
And he does a bar.
This is his character.
That's his
right
character
here.
right there.
Oh, okay.
He's like a bad hacky lounge act type. He's got a character. That's the
Right.
thing.
Very
It's
But he's
different.
been around for longer than me.
Yeah.
Right.
I've seen him live a couple times. He's very funny.
Yeah, and he talked like the Warrior Repertoire and Michael Jackson.
He talks like that?
Yeah,
He
and
does
he had a
that
bunch of
weird-
drinks on his table like this.
Right.
Fuck you, asshole. Ma'am, did you hear the one about Ring Tin Tin? Bad, real bad.
Well, then that's almost like with the Andy Kaufman thing.
Yeah, but they don't get it. I get
Yeah,
it.
it's
People
very
would look
Andy
at that and go,
Kaufman thing.
genius.
Right.
Where a lot of people, I'm like, what am I missing, man?
That's what I'm saying. I can't fuck with him.
A lot of geniuses have passed away.
Yeah.
I feel that.
The movie was good.
I feel
Right,
that
right.
way about Amy Schumer's stuff. Like I don't.
That's another one.
I see the jokes and I go, okay, that should be funny,
Right.
but I haven't laughed once at this. There's several specials I've been watching. He doesn't watch specials, but I watched a lot of specials lately because we're doing the 3rd special this year, and I've been trying to see what everybody's stages look like and everything. And I can't sit through some of these. I have to turn them off after 20 minutes. They're I can't get it.
I don't have enough of a career to answer
I
that
don't
question.
have a career. You
I
can
want-
answer
Who
if
gives
you're
a fuck?
into
No,
comedy.
I'm just. Do you like Flip Schultz though when he does that Skippy Green character? Have you seen?
I've seen the show. I get it, but it's an old character.
It's an old character
Yeah.
like that. The vaudeville.
Skip Green,
Yeah, I love that Skippy Green character. I think it's funny, and a lot of people don't get it. They think
That's your
something
style.
Yeah, it's a catch skills
Yeah.
fucking bit,
Like there's some people who do like cholo fit, bro.
Yeah. That's
Some
Cheech.
people don't like it.
Yeah.
Like Cheech's joke, a lot of people didn't like it, but I loved it.
Yeah. He's the original one. The Mexican with the mustache and the beanie. Or the hat. Born in East LA.
What time you gotta get out of here, Aries?
Um,
You gotta get to
Right now,
LAX by
cocksucker.
LAX by 8:45.
What's your Instagram? People can follow you at.
everything is my name. Facebook, Aries Spears. Instagram, Aries Spears. YouTube, Aries Spears. And I know a lot of people might not be aware of it, but Patreon. Subscribe to my Patreon. I'm up on that. Cameo celebrity shout outs on the Cameo app. All my stuff is at ariesspears.com for all that information. Yeah.
Mine's andycomedy.com. All my information's the upper right hand.
Where'd you grow up at?
Phoenix. Tucson, actually.
Tucson.
Tucson, yeah.
That's where I started, bro. Bugsy's.
In Tucson?
Yeah.
That was a long time
Yeah.
ago.
That's where I think where Fluffy lost virginity, bro.
It's funny. Joe Diaz was on a podcast the other day. He was gonna start telling the story, and then he got sidetracked. Yeah, bro, that's what Gabriel lost his virginity. Listen to the one with Tom Segura. The first 20 minutes he mentioned it, but then he got sidetracked. Don't get mad at him though.
Of course not.
That's a whole lecture.
What's up, fool?
We have him write sentences.
So, what do you write scripts? What do you do, bro?
No, I just do stand up. I open up for him. I open up for him, and I sit quietly at a lot of podcasts. That's what I do.
I gotta remember to bring
You're
a
like
a
Stephen
towel
Wright
in
and shit.
This motherfucker. Y'all don't turn the air on.
It's not up to us. I don't know.
Goodness.
We got heat
hot
lamps,
in
bro.
here.
We're sitting here like chimichangas.
We're almost done. We're almost done.
I always say that shit. I'm too fat, but now it's fucking hot.
This is hot today.
This is Burr's building, right? Is it Burr?
Pay the
Yeah,
bill.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Bill Burr and
Yeah.
Al Madrigal.
Yeah, so Burr has enough money to put on air conditioning. What the?
I don't know, man.
But it's
I
probably
don't know.
too
We just
loud.
got new headphones last week after a
my God.
2.5 years of
Nah, like 5 years.
Who do you do?
shitty headphones.
Do you do a Burr? Do you do a
Not
Burr?
really. I can't really.
You go to Joe Rogan, though.
Let's hear Joe Rogan. Let's see. I want it.
Joe Rogan and Joe Diaz talking, bro.
Well, I thought that, you go to the moon and we're going to discover new stuff. What the fuck you want to go to the moon for, cocksucker? You got a fucking gorilla biscuit over there. You eat it. Jelly, you don't want to go. Fuck the moon and fuck you.
When he
I'm
does it in
done.
the face,
I'm done.
He's got the face down.
Well, I think we really got to go to the moon. We got to talk to Jeff Bezos. You know what that means in
that's
fucking
Spanish.
Spanish? It means fucking kisses. And you can kiss my dick.
Where are you gonna be at this weekend?
Cincinnati at the Liberty. At
Liberty
the Funny
Funny Bone.
Liberty Funny Bone.
See,
Cincinnati.
I say that I know where I'm going to be. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And next week,
Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah, one of my favorite
Orlando
cities.
Improv.
Orlando Improv. Florida, baby.
We're taking my son. My son's graduating from high school. My little dude, True Chaos Steinberg, and we're taking him with us. We're going to Orlando. We're going to go see.
I always tell
Universal
people when they
Studios.
go, yo, where's your favorite place to perform? Anywhere in Southern Florida. You girls dress like you don't like your fathers. Sexy, I love it.
Orlando.
It's like they got
That's true.
stuck there. after-
Orlando, West Palm, Fort Lauderdale,
What's the name of the
Miami.
driver in Orlando?
Orlando. The dude that fucking we're talking about sniping with. George.
George.
It's cool as fuck, dog.
I think I picks you up,
Is he
right?
Middle
For the
Eastern?
Orlando
Yeah,
Improv. George,
yeah,
no, he's
yeah.
Mexican.
He's Mexican?
No, Puerto Rican.
He's Puerto Rican. Okay.
Yeah. And then in July, I'll be in Miami, Florida, baby. Love me,
Right
mommy.
there in Doral, the city of Doral.
I haven't been to Miami improv since they left Coconut Grove.
That's
You're
like,
gonna love the
New
new one.
spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
it's
nice.
like 30 minutes from Miami, though, isn't it?
No, yeah,
Like 30-minute drive.
yeah, but
Pick
the
it
club
up.
is right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's all
outside,
Venezuelans, brother.
Love it. I'll take it.
Fucking hot and steamy.
Any
huh?
kind of
Hell yeah.
Spanish, man. I'll take it.
You're not married. You have kids.
I'm on my second divorce right now.
Fuck.
3 kids. My oldest is 20. My youngest is 4. And my son is 8. 9.
Baby.
Yeah.
I have dogs.
Yeah, we might be getting another dog this weekend.
You do Richard Pryor impersonation?
Not at all.
You?
Not at all.
Not too much, dude.
No.
but-
I wish to God I could.
Never get it. That's for Michael Scott.
Did you do your dates yet? We got to
Oh, my
wrap it up.
dates. Okay, people.
Let's wrap it up.
Okay, Comedy Store tomorrow night, people. Comedy Store sold out. Spanish show Thursday,
all
May
Spanish.
16, all español. Ya está el show, ya está vendido, ya no hay boletos. Bueno, si no
Agotado,
al perdón. Also, man, I'm gonna be at the Irvine Improv May 23rd to the 26th. 2 of the shows are sold out already.
Hurry and get your tickets.
Salinas, California, Fox Theater, May 31st. Stockton, California, the Bob Hope Theater, June 1st. Santa Barbara, California, the Granada Theater, June 7th. Austin, Texas, at the
Moody.
Moody
But it's, Austin
Theater,
City Limits
Austin
is
City Limits, June
technically,
8th. San Jose City National Civic Center, June 14th. New Orleans,
Joy Theater.
Joy Theater, June 15th.
And there's a lot of brand new tour dates on that tour. Your whole year is almost
How many
done.
people do those theaters hold?
I don't know.
Depends. Some of them are like 2,000. Some are 900.
Some are 900.
Like the one in New Orleans is small. That's not his
Small.
market. We're trying
Yeah,
that
my
out.
market.
But San
Should be
Jose is like
100.
San Jose is like 2,600. I think you'll sell that out. And Stockton and the other one are about 1,500.
I do a ride where every city where the in America where the city starts with S-A-N.
With San.
San Diego, San Antonio, San Jose,
Yeah, those are
Santa
your big
Cruz.
those are your big markets.
Santa Monica. That's what I always want to do. That's my favorite ultimate gig. Is not to go to Hawaii or all the exotic places that Lunel goes to in the Caribbean. I like Portland, man.
Portland's a shit.
Portland and Seattle.
Portland's nice, but it's got a nice dirtiness to it.
Oh yeah, that's a
I
dirty
love,
feet
I love
city.
eating
Yeah, it's a
and
dirty
going
feet
straight to my
city.
room to the AC and just getting
A
stoned.
lot of white boys play ukulele barefoot out there.
Yeah.
Dude, it is the youngest homeless I've ever seen in my whole
Yeah.
There
life.
you go.
Little pickled feet and shit.
Right there on Burnside, right?
By where the taco stands.
Yes,
Yeah.
I saw a guy there, man, like just a regular dude, man. Could be no older than 39, 41 years old. He had a nice jacket, a sleeping bag, and he was just reading a book, bro, in the middle of the street, homeless. Clean, though.
Dude, I saw this tent, and then this guy comes out, kind of ratty looking, and then this like actually good looking girl came out of the tent. I was like, it's good to be homeless in Portland. Be homeless if it works out
Hell
for you
yeah,
like
man.
that.
It's like Coachella looking homeless.
That's like the ones in New York at Tompkins Square Park. Back when I lived there in the early 90s to 2000, all those homeless people were kids. And then they'd go home for the holidays. They'd leave the city, go back home, beg for money from their parents, and come back. But they were all in their 20s.
What's up,
Fucking
fool?
Can we shout out this podcast
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
time,
dude,
please?
give it up.
Thank you. Spears and Steinberg, a.k.a. The Jew and the Jerk.
The Jew and the Jerk podcast,
Available
people.
through Google Play, SpearsBerg.com, iTunes / Apple, and Spotify, baby.
Hell yeah! Shout out to everybody that came out to Viva Los Jokes last night in Riverside. Thank you.
What's up, man? We'll do an impersonation before you go.
Yeah, what's up?
Do anything.
What's up?
Do the rap one, bro.
A rap one?
What's your favorite one to do?
I don't really have a favorite.
Dude, you're Denzel.
I'll do Shaq.
Your Denzel's so
Do
I do
Shaq.
like your Shaq, though. Yeah, I like Shaq.
You know,
Lead us out with some Shaq.
I tell you, everybody out there can't drunk. You know, LeBron ain't in the playoffs right now. He's in LA. But at the end of the day, as long as the others do what they're supposed to do, they'll be fine. You know, Golden
Smell like
State, Klay
icy hot,
Thompson,
bro.
You know, icy hot. It's good for your back. And, you know, so it's icy hot. It's really good.
Man, did you see that when they clowned on him on April Fool's when they were showing the best centers, the top 10 best
Oh,
centers
yeah.
of all time?
That shit was hilarious.
He was-
That was one of the funniest
He was
videos.
trying not to be upset, but he was
He said,
upset.
I was going to tear up this set.
yeah.
Man,
he wanted to hide it,
they brought that
though.
old white dude, man. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Killed me.
Do you still do your hip hop closer?
Nah,
People ask for it.
I
out.
shelved it. Yeah, it's, you know,
Do it right here, bro.
put it to bed, baby.
Rodrigo, do it, bro. You know you still do it.
I never did it.
Hey, do you see like? What do you feel like when you see young comics and you hear like, hey man, you see an old comic who's 52 years old, who started with you. Hey man, hey young blood. I saw somebody doing your Jay-Z all together. DMX.
Hey man, listen, I tip my hat to the brothers that do it well. Jay Farrell's a beast. Hey, Fionn Crockett's a beast. They all beasts in their own right, man.
Nothing but love.
Nothing but love.
Nothing but love, Fluffy.
Hell yeah, dog. You know we love you.
What's up, fool? It's hot in here.
It's
huh?
fucking steamy.
It got hotter in the last.
Yeah,
Thank you for commenting on the podcast, fool. Shout out to Arizona. Ask Aries Spears if you got cheese me on Matt TV. Bro, you're late, dog. You already talked about that.
What the fuck?
It was all late. Jeff Dunham impersonation. What the
I think
fuck?
WNBA is gonna take him like 30 years.
I do it. My Jeff Dunham impersonation with no puppets. Okay, there it is. What's up,
I gotta
fool?
get high with you, man.
Go check out the podcast. What's up, fool?
Right now,
Podcast.
we'll get high
The
right
Jew and the Jerk. The Jew and the Jerk. Yeah, man.
Thank you very much for
Oh,
checking
thank
out.
you. Thank you for
check out-
having me,
no,
man.
fuck
Yeah,
Appreciate
you
you.
were
Thank you
awesome.
very much,
Check
man.
out the Yeah Man podcast. Peace.